I think we're live. I hope we're live.
Guess who's back again?
Yep. Alright. So, last time I did watch all of Chapter 1 before streaming. This time I'm completely blind. Leo knows everything, I know nothing, but I'm excited to find out. I did get some copyright issues with the last song, but since there are mandatory songs, we might as well just do every song again. And I'm just excited to see what happens next, because now I'm just don't know anything. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
It might be a good story.
I wouldn't go that far. You don't have the best taste in games.
We shall see. We shall see.
Wait,
Ugh.
I forgot to stream to you. Crap.
This is true.
There we go. Can you see it?
I do not yet.
I am streaming the right thing.
Okay, I got it. I think it was an
Okay.
issue
Gotcha. Sweet.
on my end.
Good to know.
All right. Tell me when you're ready. I assume this is the beginning of chapter 2.
It is. I just clicked start chapter 2.
Fair enough. I awoke in a world devoid of anything except for everything. A world of nothing but infinity. Woven around my limbs were strings, the material of which I could not comprehend, for this world was not my own. From here, I see certain things. I see a troubled girl attempt to find her sister. Or, is she trying to find herself? Finally, my vision catches up to my senses. The everything that makes up the nothing around me comes into view once more. Through her, she sees this world as I see her. And now I observe her. She stares down the gate that separates her from the trail that would eventually lead her to myself, to herself. I observe intently to see if she chooses to enter beyond. Chapter 2. Turning Point.
Did you seriously fall asleep on the ferry terminal? Hey! Hey! Saturday! I feel like my Allison and Airy voice are a bit too similar, and I'm trying to figure out how to differentiate them. I don't know.
This is fair.
Alright.
Just go with whatever feels.
Alright. Did you seriously fall asleep on the ferry terminal? Hey! Hey! Saturday!
Ah! I snapped awake. I guess I did, indeed, fall asleep in the ferry terminal.
Morning again, sleepyhead. Not get much sleep?
Oh, please. I was in the hospital. Hard to get much sleep there.
Ha! Fair enough.
It'd been just over 4 hours since I was finally discharged from the hospital. Kotomi and Eri had, ironically, been discharged before me. Seems like their treatment ended up going faster than mine after all. Now, Allison and I were waiting for the ferry to the Kagoshima port. The ferry was due to dock in just over, well, the departure board said 12:25, so in about 20 minutes. The funny Delta Rune number. I looked around. The ferry terminal was pretty vast inside for such a small location.
This place is so big, isn't it, Allison?
We were just here a few days ago, Sad.
Yeah, but not to get on a ferry. Come on, isn't it at least a little exciting to be out on the sea? We're like swatch, but swashbuckling, swashbuckling pirates.
Allison gave me what I can only describe as the most defeated glance I've seen from her without being actually upset.
Well, more like suburban pirates. Nevertheless, we will press on with our crew.
Your crew? I don't think you're the captain, Saturday. Right, Ari? 100% agreed. Huh?
Allison and I turned to look at Ari, who, by all intents and purposes, should be anywhere but here right now.
Wait, Ari, where'd you come from? What are you even doing here?
Taking a trip to the mainland, obviously. With you. And Allison.
Don't you have, like, work as a detective? At your job? That you get paid to do?
Sick leave. Sick leave? I mean, yeah. I was injured in the line of duty. Even though I've recovered, it's a minimum of 2 weeks. I'm not allowed on duty.
But why? That rule makes no sense.
Something about saving face or whatever. I'm not really allowed to ask questions Saturday. It's the darn police. I wish I had literally any other job. So, legally speaking, you aren't a detective right now. Sort of. It's a bit complicated. But essentially, yes, I'm just a normal civilian. I'm following this lead on my own time, separate from a job as a detective.
Well, you're free to come along if you want. The more the merrier, especially on investigations, as they say.
I don't think anyone says that, Saturday. Nobody says that.
I shot both of them a jokingly angry glare.
Regardless, just a quarter till we can head to board. None of y'all get seasick, right? I don't want the janitor crew to be mad at us. Nothing can get in the way of our foray into Kagoshima, right? Us against the world. Come on, be a little excited. Have any of you even been to the mainland? I haven't been back in years. I wonder how much it's changed. Although I guess we aren't going to Tokyo.
Allison looked at me concernedly.
It's not exactly something to be excited about, you know. I'm worried for Suki. I'm not sure if this is safe for us to be doing.
What do you mean?
Suki disappeared. There's all this mysterious stuff going on, and that's not even mentioning the fire. I feel like the universe is out to get us, and I don't want anything to happen to you.
Can't you see I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little? Of course I'm scared, Allie. You know that just as much as I do.
Relax, Allison. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to either of you. If anything serious goes down, I'm going in alone, and you two are staying back. I'm the trained one here.
Allison shot me a look. I moved in closer to her to whisper to her.
She totally seems different, right?
Absolutely different. Uh-huh.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about behind my back?
We're not lovebirds. Also, we're in front of you, not behind you.
I don't think I've ever seen someone as into semantics as you. So, is she and Kotomi the same person the entire time? Dun dun dun. And that's just the personalities fusing together now? Because Kotomi isn't
Well, she
here.
doesn't seem to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't she offer to go to the mainland?
Maybe she's busy with work.
Didn't she say she has college, but she's on break right now? I thought she was a college student, but she's on break. I don't know. I
Maybe
could
the
be
break is over. I
misremembering.
don't know.
The break was only one day.
There's a couple of those.
Shut up. Whatever. I just made the observation that you're much different when you're not on the clock. That's all.
Surprised? I'm not a hard ass all the time, you know. Only when the line of duty requires me to be. Interesting.
That's a wavy line. Allison stepped away from me, seeming flustered for some reason. I wasn't sure why.
Regardless of all that, we do need to follow this clue, and I think having you two on board with this might be useful. You two knew Suki better than I did, and having a mind connected to the subject can be helpful.
Allison sighed. This time, her defeated look seemed to actively be connected to her exhaustion with this whole situation. I guess I can't blame her.
Yeah, alright. Just be sure to hold Saturday back if something happens. You know how she can be.
Ha! You know I can take care of myself. Name one time that I...
Geology Museum.
Suddenly, the memories of the Geology Museum came flooding back to me. It almost felt like I could physically smell the smoke, even though the summer air was clean as could be. Allison must have noticed that I'd suddenly dropped my happy attitude.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
It's okay. I know you didn't mean to. I'm not upset, okay?
Ari waited a bit, seemingly judging the air to see when it would be appropriate to lighten the mood again. After a few seconds, she pointed outside the window toward the sea.
I think it's more likely that Kotomi and Eri are just siblings, so this is kind of like her Kotomi side coming out. I'm just throwing that theory out there. But she was acting a lot like Kotomi in the scene. But everyone pointed it out, so it's obviously intentional. I don't know.
That's kind of a baseless theory, saying that they're sisters.
That was already confirmed, but you're the worst.
I know. It's been like 2 weeks, you don't remember that.
Hey, what are you pointing at?
There's our ferry! Oh, here it comes. Look at it soar so gracefully across the...
You know, Ari, I appreciate the sentiment, but I need to be brutally honest. You are horrible at lightening up the mood.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, hey, what happened to the scary detective lady I met earlier? You weren't exactly being all lighthearted and happy when we first started talking.
I don't waste energy on people I don't know. I know you more now. And like I said, it's kind of exhausting being a hard ass all the time. When I first met you, I knew you just as a girl my sister kept getting into trouble with. I'm never gonna forget the aftermath of the ranch incident Saturday.
You know about that?
When my sister comes home at 1 a.m. looking like that, it's hard not to know.
Well, I'm glad I'm more to you now than a force of chaos that makes your life harder.
I mean, you still are. I just know you more now.
I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment.
Suddenly, a little chime played over the intercom. Ari and I looked up at the sound.
Passengers boarding at 12:25 p.m. Express line from Tanegashima to Kagoshima. Please line up gate 2 with your tickets prepared. We will begin boarding shortly.
That's us. Let's get a move on. Come on, you two.
Huh? Oh, coming.
Ari and I walked towards the gate marked as number 2. Allison sulked behind us a little bit. I could tell she felt really bad for her slip-up, but I really couldn't think of what to say to her.
I'm gonna get my notebook out just in case.
Godspeed, my friend.
Alright, I got it. Is it just... Okay.
Ooh,
Saturday and Allison wait for the ferry.
Chapter 2.
The entrance. The gate opens. Saturday and Allie wait for the ferry. Saturday and her friends take a ferry to the mainland. Plural this time, so Airy is real. Good to know. Read episode 10. Entrance.
This is true.
Endeavor.
We stepped inside the ferry, which more or less consisted of 2 long hallways. Very long hallways.
Very sweet fairy. Here we are, crew.
Nobody says that.
I said it.
Airy gave me what I can only describe as a death glare.
Whatever. I'm gonna head off to see if I can find a restroom. Let's reconvene in half hour before the ferry boards, okay?
Sounds like a plan. I need to stretch my legs anyway. Allison, you want to walk with me?
Huh? Oh, no, but thanks for the offer. I think I want to sit down and rest for a bit.
Suit yourself. Off to adventure.
There was not a thought behind those eyes. I walked off toward the center of the ferry. Taking a glance behind me as I walked, I noticed Allison sit down slowly, seemingly still bothered by what she'd said.
Whoa, they have so much stuff on these. So many people on important business, or something. I should have brought a suitcase to blend in. Feels weird to be here without one. I even have a suitcase.
I reached the cafeteria, looked around the tables, spotting a familiar girl.
Hey, is that Airy? Airy!
I jogged across the wooden floor to Airy's slightly shorter figure.
Whoa, Saturday. Chill a bit. What's up?
Not much. I just saw you and wanted to say hi. Mind if I sit? I've been walking for a while, and my legs are not made for that. Ow.
Go right ahead. How's it been going?
I sat down in the seat across from her.
I don't know. Kinda weird. I feel out of place here. Like, this is such an adult set of circumstances, but I feel like such a kid. Everyone here's doing job stuff or whatever, and I want to tell myself that what I'm doing is important, I guess, but I just feel so young and inexperienced. When do I feel like I know what I'm doing?
You want to know a secret, Saturday? You don't really. I sure haven't. And I'm a big shot detective.
I laughed.
A big shot? You're 20.
Airy looked at me defeatedly.
Ari feels like, what's her name? Natsuo? Persona 4 girl.
Trying to think. Oh,
Naoto? Naoto?
It's the hat. I think it's the hat.
It's also the attitude a bit.
They're both detectives.
Yeah, it's also the attitude a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if there's some inspiration there.
That I wouldn't be either. Okay, maybe it was an exaggeration. Whatever. You get the point.
I guess so. So everyone just kind of doesn't know how to be an adult?
The older you are, the better you are at pretending. You aren't wrong. You're doing some pretty adult things. This whole investigation is intense. Not everyone will be able to handle it as well as you.
I guess. It reminds me, though. I wanted to ask about the museum. Do we know what caused the fire?
Mary looked startled for a second. I guess she wasn't expecting that I'd bring up the museum incident, given what had happened between Allie and I less than an hour prior.
Officially, it's an open and shut case. Something about a gas valve.
In a museum?
Yeah, they have a kitchen or something apparently, though they never use it.
They never use it. How would there be a gas leak?
Especially since the fire didn't have an obvious origin. No one really knows how.
What does that mean? We don't know its origin. That's the point.
I mean, like, where it started, its point of origin. You can usually tell by the way stuff's burned where the fire started by using arc mapping.
What's that?
Oh, God. I have to explain this. Okay, so essentially, you look at where different wires get messed up from the heat, and from there you can assume where the fire started. But it's weird here because the entire system arced at around the same time.
No. They think it's gas because it would have spread around the entire building?
Yeah, but a lot would need to go wrong for the entire system to fault at once. A combination of really high gas density and a super messed up electrical system. Pretty much.
That's really weird. It kind of feels like it just happened, with no prior inciting incident or whatever.
Yeah, we're stumped. A gas leak is just what we're saying because it's the most likely cause. However unlikely it is.
I guess we don't know for now.
We sat in silence for a little bit longer. I decided to ask Ari about my conversation with Allison.
Hey, so, about Allison. Hmm.
Ari cut me off with a chuckle.
You're trying to figure out what the best way to talk to her about the thing she said earlier is, right?
Am I really that easy to read?
I mean, it's endearing Saturday, but you're really that easy to read. I'm right, aren't I?
I sighed. Yeah, pretty much. I want to make sure she knows that I don't, like, hate her guts for it or anything. But it also did really catch me off guard and kind of stung in the moment.
Ari thought for a second, but responded pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's always a tricky one. I guess the important thing is just making sure she knows that it doesn't affect your friendship long term. She's still your best friend. Well, you know, she probably wants a bit more than that, but that's not for me to intervene in.
I gave her an inquisitive look.
Eh? What do you mean?
Man, you're dense. Figures.
Hey, uncalled for. Even if you're right.
But, yeah, just be honest with her. And be caring with her, I guess. That's my advice.
I'll try that. Thanks.
Ari stood up.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna go get something to eat, if that's okay. I was just sitting down while the line was long. Do you want anything?
Nah, I just wanted to stop by because I saw you. I should probably go check in on Allie anyways. You gonna be okay by yourself?
Of course I am. I'll be fine.
Ari walked off, and I stood up as well.
Now, where would I find Allison?
I walked towards the loading dock of the ferry, curious if I'd find Allison where I last saw her. Sure enough, there she was, in the same spot, looking, honestly, kind of nauseous. That's too many commas for one sentence.
Hey, you don't look too good. What's going on?
She's seasick.
I sat down in the seat next to her. She looked over at me. Could be.
It's... sorry. I just get seasick really easily.
Guess you were right. I gave her a doubtful look.
Or am I?
Come on, Allie. You know you can't lie to me. Your family used to love going out for boat rides, and you had the time of your life each time. What's really going on?
Guess you were wrong.
worst. Uh,
I might be.
I guess you do know me too well. It's nothing super big. I'm just worrying about.
You're still worried about what you said to me earlier on Complete Accident, right?
Yes, I am, I guess.
Hey, it's okay. I promise. I know you didn't mean to, like, upset me.
But you still got hurt by something I said. I don't understand how you can just forgive that.
I guess it's not so much just forgiving it, as it is that I understand you didn't mean any harm with it. It startled me, but I'm not, like, hurting deep down because of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I guess it's like, it feels weird, you know? I feel like I should have been more upset by it, considering how horrifying the whole museum thing was. But right now, my will to find my sister is kind of overpowering it, in a way. I guess it almost feels like I don't have time to be letting myself get knocked off balance, when Suki's still out there somewhere, unknown.
Ah, I see. I.
Suddenly, a loud voice interrupts us.
The cafeteria will be closing up shortly. If you would like to place an order, please do so within the next 5 minutes.
I stood up quickly.
Shit! I did want to get something. I'm really sorry, Allison. Can we continue this later?
Yeah. That's fine, I think.
Okay, cool. Thanks. You're a real one. See you shortly.
Off she goes. I ran off towards the cafeteria.
Hope I can get what I want before they close.
What did she
I
want?
hope she gets something normal.
What does she want?
Yeah.
What could she want that she didn't want Eri to get for her? Because Eri even offered.
No matter what you think it is, you're wrong.
I'm trying to figure out what could possibly be on this ferry that she would be interested in and that she would know about. It's probably just a snack and she just got hungry all of a sudden because she was so distracted by being hurt with Allison, and now that that thing's kind of resolved, she just was like, I'm hungry now. But I feel like it's kind of hinting at something, but I don't know what that could possibly be. She's been on this ferry for like, what, an hour? Has mentioned nothing seeming interesting about the snack bar, and this ferry has not really had any clues holding on it. All the clues seem to be on the mainland. So I don't know what the ferry could hold, the snack bar specifically. Unless she was thinking of Suki's favorite snack or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's so much worse than you're thinking. But we don't get to know quite yet.
Great. Alright, song Courage.
That's a 3. That's easy.
Nothing's easy for me.
I do like this one.
What else could it be? Is she like smuggling Kotomi on board or something? That wouldn't really make any sense considering that Kotomi could have just gotten on. Is it something I have knowledge of?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I shouldn't really bother
it's not-
theorizing about it.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
Okay, good to know. I do not have knowledge of it.
You're gonna wish you didn't. It's dire.
For some reason, that made me think of an inhaler, but she's never been short of breath, and I don't know why she would need to go somewhere else to do
Well, there was
that.
one time she was short of breath.
I don't think there was. Besides, like, the fire. But that
I was gonna say, she almost had smoke inhalation.
Yeah, whatever, you suck.
I may be the worst, as they say.
Could it be something at the hospital? What was her condition? She was just suffering from smoke inhalation. I don't think she had a concussion or anything. She was... Man, it's been too long. It's been like 2 weeks. Crap. So, it was something that I do have slight knowledge of, but it's very obvious. It was like one line of dialogue, I'm assuming, like Umineko will do. Because you mentioned that I wouldn't know it immediately. It wasn't a detail that was brought up, but it's something that I might be able to piece together with what little information I have. Let's see.
Well, she's just going to the snack bar.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think why she would wait with Eri. Like, why she wouldn't ask Eri to get something for her when Eri was going to the snack bar. And it's easy to chalk it up as absent-mindedness. I don't know.
Who's to say?
You're to say. The
Besides
game's
us
to say.
in a chapter. A lot to say. I like that song.
It was a good one. I didn't like playing it, but it was good. I got distracted too easily.
You will come to love it like family, just like every song.
Apollo. Make some noise.
That's rhythm games for you.
It's kind of rare to hear lyrics in rhythm games unless it's a song, popular song. I guess it's not.
There's plenty of songs in rhythm games. It's lots of like vocal samples. There's not too many songs that actually have lyrics. There's a couple. My favorite song in this game has lyrics.
I think the fire one had lyrics, right? That one was my favorite one so
No.
far, I think. Oh, it didn't? Drats, I'm just misremembering.
It's a
that.
really
been
good one.
too long.
I don't know, maybe Pyromania had a vocal sample, but
Darn it. Oh wait, it's not over, crap. I thought it was over for some reason.
now it's over. Not too shabby.
Energy tricks.
There's
Oh,
3 X's.
fun.
The lore implications are immense.
Level 7.
I'm gonna mute and go to the restroom real quick. I'll be
Alright.
back soon. I have returned.
Welcome back.
Good song?
No. I disagree.
Fair enough. Everyone's allowed to have, you know, wrong opinions that are different from me. I actually don't recognize this song.
I really like it, but I hate playing it.
Yeah. It's okay, you're never gonna have to play anything harder than a 7, right?
Yeah, the scale
It's not like
stops
you
at
haven't
7.
already played. Yeah, it's not like you
I
haven't
thought-
already played an 8 before.
Harmony was an 8? I thought it was a 5.
No,
Man.
definitely not.
I'm assuming it goes to 10.
No.
Oh, great. Alright. Episode 11, A Cross-Stitched Meeting. Saturday meets a familiar face while walking around.
What is this, a Silk Song reference? In a game before Silk Song? Surely not. Are you practicing your wave dashing?
I'm trying to think of who the familiar face could be and if I met her already, if I met them already. Because the only option is Kodami, but there's also Jade, and there's also like the intercom slash policeman guy that I just do a default deep voice of. There is not really anyone else.
Plot twist, it's Suki and the story ends here.
Darn it! This soon? Crap.
Short stream. Luckily, I managed to make it to the cafeteria in time. There was a bit of a line already, but I managed to beat most of them there.
I guess I should decide what exactly I'm going for here.
I perused the menu they had on display, and ended up with a chicken wrap meal deal and a burning hot Mountain View.
I've never had a burning hot soda before. This will either be incredible or the worst thing of all time.
Gross. You were right. Ugh.
Yep, icy soda. And not spicy like McDonald's Sprite. Spicy like, you know, it's a problem. This will be a recurring gag.
Great.
After paying for my food, I started walking back toward where Allison was sitting down. Despite the relatively low amount of amenities, the ferry we were on boasted a reasonably large width, so walking back across it took longer than one might expect. While walking back, I passed through the desk area, where people would sit.
Now it just bothers me that she didn't ask that she didn't let Ari get that for her. I don't. That's the.
Look, if I ever asked you for a spicy soda, I want you to shoot me in the face. That's all I'm saying. We have this recorded on stream. You have my permission.
All right, I'll hold you to
And
it.
before I can commit the great sin.
Man. Oh, that's disgusting.
When I was passing by one of them, however, I noticed something that caused me to stop.
Wait, is that Chio?
Okay, so it's a character. I
Now,
don't know.
you can. This is a character you don't know. I want you to take this voice.
Mhm.
You can give it, or give her whatever voice you want.
Mhm.
But if you're blanking, I think the voice that you did for Jade is relatively accurate.
All right, sounds good.
Sitting in one of the cubicles was a woman, looking at her laptop. It was Chio Sakamura, an old friend of the Tasagari family from years back.
I haven't seen her in years. What is she up to?
And then, I saw what was on her laptop and stopped in my tracks.
Her hands are huge. I don't know why I
I
just noticed
noticed
that.
Why? I mean, Saturdays are big too, but
Hers are like
wow.
mittens. Hers look like mittens.
Yeah. It was the Shrine Report video. What was she doing with it? How did she know about it? Why are her hands so freakishly large? I glanced around. Obviously, it would be somewhat suspicious if I just started commenting on her weirdly large hands. I'm the narrator, I have this power. So I tried to keep my glance at her laptop from one of the seats adjacent to it. I watched Chio for a little while. She appeared to be intently watching the video and trying to scribble something on a notepad of some kind. What is she writing? Is she trying to crack the code like we did? Only after I'd opened my mouth did I realize my mistake. Shit. Oh my god, I said that out loud. Chio, startled, looked over at me. I expected her to calm down when she saw me, but if anything, her eyes went even wider.
Saturday?
Okay, Saturday, play it off. Lean into the curiosity angle. You can pull this back.
I tried to walk over, but tripped on the seat and fell on the cushioned sink.
Oh, shit.
The woman looked at me with a worried look.
Hi, Chio. Long time no see. What's that video you're watching? Looks pretty weird.
Saturday, are you okay? That sounded like it hurt.
Oh, trust me, this happens all the time. I'm fine. Anyway,
Chio interrupted me.
You trip over chairs and fall face first into the ground all the time?
Is that not normal? And speaking of, like, not normal, where did you find that video? I was walking by and I saw it and I got curious. Sorry.
Oh, this? I got sent to me by someone anonymous number a few minutes ago. I thought it might be spam.
Someone sent Chio the Shrine Report video just now? But why?
Anyway, Saturday! It's been so long! How have you been?
Been okay. How about you? The freelance journalism angle still going strong?
Well, I'm definitely still doing it, but it's hard to be profitable enough for that. I don't have any other job to do on the side. What have you been going off to the mainland lately? What is you going off to the mainland, though?
Oh, oh.
I figured it was best to be honest with her. She was an old family friend after all, so I trusted her. I explained that Suki had gone missing and I was trying to find her.
Oh god, Suki's missing? I'm really sorry to hear.
Yeah, and to make a really long story short, it's likely that the video you just got sent has some kind of relation to it. It was a clue that we followed, and it led us here.
Yeah, I'll admit that's really odd. Man, that's awful. Suki was always such a nice person. What is she thinking, leaving her sister all alone?
I wish I could tell you. Truth be told, once I find her, I've got some choice words for her.
Suddenly, a loud jingle interrupted us.
The ferry is about to dock in Kagoshima. All vehicle passengers, please return to your vehicles. And all foot passengers, please line up to the exit gates. Thank you for riding with us today.
Are you kidding? Already?
Chio, however, didn't seem bothered at all by the discussion being cut short.
Okay, I gotta run back to my car, but I have an idea for you Saturday.
What's that?
Can I take you and whoever you're traveling with to dinner tomorrow evening? I want to catch up with you, since it's been like 5 years, and you can give me the full story of what's led you to this point. I want to hear everything.
Yeah, sure. That would be fine. You travel around Kagoshima much? I thought you lived in Tokyo.
Yeah,
She nodded.
yeah, I know my way around. Did I ever tell you? Some of my extended family owns a cabin in the general area of Japan. So I like to come down here sometimes, both to visit Takanashima and to get away from the bustle of the capital. I do really gotta get going though. I'll see you tomorrow night, okay? Here's my number so we can keep in touch.
Theo showed me her phone, and I wrote down the displayed phone number.
Radio. I'll see you then.
Chio ran off toward a vehicle deck elevator, or the vehicle deck elevators. Since the exit gate line was on the other side of the ferry, I started walking back towards it to catch up with Allison and Eri.
Man, it's been a while since I thought about Chio. Didn't Allie and I meet her through Dad's job at the, Where does my dad work again?
Suddenly, I felt a headache coming on.
Better not to think about it, I guess. We're gonna catch up tomorrow. I can ask her then.
Her mind's been erased.
But no, it's from when she fell and hit her head.
No, it's not.
I
Your
ran off
memory's
toward the
been
exit gate.
erased. It's so obvious. Anything
I don't know
related
what
to
you're
her...
talking. That was the least. Go on. I was gonna say that was the least suspicious interaction of all time.
Anything related to her
Anyways.
dad's job has been wiped clean from her memory because they're doing evil stuff at his job. And she found out, so they erased her memory so she couldn't figure it out. I cracked the code.
Or she just hit her head. By the
No.
time I reached the exit gate line, Allison and Eri were already there waiting for me. I waved to them as I ran up.
Hey! Hope you saved me a spot in the line too.
Allison looked over at me. She looked a lot better than before, thank goodness.
I don't think that's a formal... I don't think it's that formal of a line. People are just kind of grouped around waiting to disboard. Disboard? Is that a word? Disembark.
I'm pretty sure that's a chat room service.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, we're getting out of the ferry and onto the mainland.
Eri glanced toward the exit gate, reminiscing.
About the ferry?
The mainland.
Oh.
No, the mainland. Oh, wait, Ari did.
That makes more
The
sense.
mainland, huh? I haven't been back here in years.
Me neither. This is gonna be super exciting, even if we're not here on the best of manners. So, let's try and enjoy ourselves anyway, okay?
I don't see why not. Seems depressing letting ourselves get depressed the whole time. True. By the way, Saturday, I noticed you talking to someone while I was walking around. Who was that?
Oh, I'll tell you about that on the way. It's nothing bad, promise.
You getting jealous, Allison? No! I'm not!
Allison started to sweat profusely.
I guess it is kinda hot out today.
She's so dense. This is
She'll
just...
be here all week, folks.
This is reminding me of a Trails protagonist in Zero and Azure. He's just completely dense and dismisses everything. It's great. Man.
I didn't know there was anything denser
Oh boy.
than our star Saturday.
Oh, there definitely is.
To be fair, Saturn is probably a pretty dense planet.
Octavia. Octava.
Tava.
Octava.
Octava?
Octava.
It's one of those.
Poison
I like
Garden.
Poison Garden.
I'll start with Octava then.
Missed opportunity to make it difficulty 8.
Yeah, that is weird. Oh, crap.
I guess 3 is half of an 8.
Half of an eighth note?
No, like, if you
Because
took a 3,
4 is half
added
of
another
8.
3 and mirrored it.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you took 3 and then you flipped it,
Okay.
and then you put them together, it looked like an 8.
Yeah, because half of an eighth note is 16th, right? Yeah.
That is correct.
Mm.
I love the sounds of traffic.
Yeah, I know, it's really odd. I mean, these bumper things
I'm
do
sure
make
that-
me think of police lights anyway. The police sirens.
Wonder what that's all about. I sure hope no other tracks by Lundy have traffic noises in them and sirens.
You're the worst. I can never tell if you're foreshadowing something or you're just being cheeky.
What? Me?
Yes,
Clearly
you.
the answer's both.
I know, and I hate when I can't tell.
I tried
Allison
to
was in
warn
a
you
coma the entire
about-
time.
Allison.
Yeah,
Not even
just
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's like the
Saturday.
obvious theory.
Saturday's in a coma the entire game, and this isn't just her ambulance ride to the hospital. She's still dead from the smoke inhalation in the building museum. This is all just a hallucination.
Uh-huh.
Coma.
Congratulations, you're like every Pokemon theorist in 2010.
Pokemon theories like that. What kind of Pokemon theories were that?
Yeah, when Ash got struck by lightning in the first episode of the anime, he got put in a coma, and everyone else is a dream, or the entire anime is a dream.
Wow. I was thinking of like Lost or something. I didn't know Pokemon had that joking theory in it too. That joke theory is pretty popular with a lot of things though, but I never heard it for Pokemon. What is a coma theory?
Yeah, I don't like how popular it was.
Where did the coma theory originate? I feel like it's something I know, but I don't know what. I don't think it was Lost.
I'm too uncultured for this.
They were in a coma the whole time. I mean, I don't know.
No, I would not think nearly as highly of this game if that was the solution. Or would I?
You would.
I might. Just because it's a stereotype doesn't mean it's bad.
Yes, it does. No, I'm kidding. But that specific stereotype is pretty bad.
Yeah. Does the Matrix count as coma theory?
I don't think so. I've never really seen The Matrix. I've watched it one time with my parents, but they skipped like a third of the movie because of language or something, because I was like maybe 7 or 8. So I never really understood what was going on, and I haven't rewatched it since.
My goodness.
Um,
What kind of psychopath skipped a third of the movie?
for my first rated R movie, I was like 16, or it was like my 16th birthday, and I asked to watch Deadpool, and my parents were like, sure, you can watch Deadpool, but we have to be in the room, and they just bleeped out and censored and fast forwarded basically 80% of the movie. It was
The entire movie?
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in and out in like 30
Yeah.
minutes. Like, okay, great.
I didn't know your parents were speedrunners.
Man.
Pretty inefficient, though. You can just skip all the way to the end. You don't have to take a 30-minute time loss.
Yeah.
I guess you gotta get the plot.
Yeah, man. Story 40B.
One more song, or are we free?
We are free. The trio arrived to the mainland and go to their hotel. Arrival.
I can't help but notice that Kotomi is a referenced here.
Kotomi's not in the.
This
Kotomi is. You're the worst. I hate your
This is
guts.
vital for the lore.
Kotomi was in this scene, okay? Friend is singular, okay? I don't know. You're the. Kotomi and Allison. Okay, you're the worst.
Clearly, this is another Deltarune reference to Friend.
I still wonder what happened to
My
Kotomi,
Deltarune
though.
references are even. My Deltarune references are even funnier because you know nothing about Deltarune. By the time we got off the ferry, it was already late into the evening. At 3 o'clock? What do you mean?
All right, team. Let's make our way to the hotel.
Sat, I booked the hotel. Do you even know where it is?
I mean, I definitely know. I just kind of forgot, you know?
Allison sighed.
We need to head 2 blocks this way to get to the train, and it should be right off the exit once we do. We're the 3rd stop out.
Harry glanced at Allison skeptically.
How did you even afford a hotel? I'd have pitched in if I knew if you were doing it so early. I have a bit of saved money. It's an important cause, and I know Saturday would have gone without even thinking of a hotel until it was time to turn in. Fair point.
I would have at least remembered by, like, 7:30.
My point exactly. By the way, who was it that you were talking with on the ferry? You never told us who they were.
Oh, it completely slipped my mind. Her name was Chio. She's an old family friend. We talked a bit, and she said she'd talk to me more at dinner.
Man, my memory is bad. I thought for sure they said that Allison knew Chio.
No, I don't think so.
Darn it.
Oh, and she invited us to dinner. Tomorrow night, before we go out to the shrine.
For some reason, I thought she went to school with her and Allison or something. I don't know.
Sorry I didn't mention it sooner.
Why didn't you tell me it was Chio, Sat? You know I... Oh, yes! I was right! Why didn't you
Even
tell
I
me it was
lie.
her, Chio, Sat? You know I know her.
I'm just getting into character.
You're the worst.
Oh, yeah. I guess you would. Sorry. It's been so long since I saw her that it completely slipped my mind.
It's alright. I understand. Just be more mindful, you know? Keep us in the loop.
Yeah, sorry. I really should be a bit more careful, especially with the Geology Museum incident. I don't want her to worry too much. At least she's okay. I'll just need to be more careful.
Well, no use standing around here. Let's make a haste for the hotel before we miss check-in.
Right.
We walked through the small port town of Minamiyasumi. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. Our hotel was very close to the terminal, so we spent a bit of extra time checking out the things around the town. It didn't take long to find the hotel Allison had booked.
Whoa, is this my room for the night? This is huge!
It's really not that big.
I jokingly glared at her angrily.
Where's your sense of whimsy? Methinks you need to be a bit more whimsical, Allison.
Allison looked at me defeatedly.
Methinks.
It's a word.
Harry laughed.
I'm glad you're finding the room comfortable Saturday. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow. Though I'm sure you two'd rather have dinner in a different setting.
What do you mean?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I'm going to my room. I'm tired. Okay, bye.
This is your room.
Good night!
It's 4:30.
4:15.
It's been 15 minutes. Allison flopped onto her bed and lay face down. Not lied? What? English sucks.
What's with her?
Don't
I guess I
worry
should
about
say
it.
Japanese sucks.
Is this a Japanese game? I thought it just took place in Japan. I thought it was an indie game.
It takes place in Japan. Yeah, it's indie. The person who made it's Canadian.
Thought so. Don't worry about it. She's probably tired from the ferry. I'm gonna get some fresh air. What are you gonna do?
The same thing, probably. I'm not even remotely tired. Not like sleeping at 4:30 p.m. would be a good idea anyway.
Wanna join me? I'm probably gonna just walk down to the beach for a bit.
Sure, why not? I've got nothing better to do.
I put my bags down on the bed, and Ari and I walked out of the hotel room. I glanced back at Allison, who seemed to actually have fallen asleep.
What's up with that anyway?
As the laugh track plays. The beach we walked by was a small inlet that housed many different boats. Ari and I sat on the concrete edge of the road that dropped off directly into the sand.
Hey, Saturday? Can I ask you something? Saturday?
Huh? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What is Allison to you?
I looked over at her, curiously.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you see her as?
Well, she's my best friend. I've known her since I was a toddler. We always got along really well, despite the fact that she was always the conscious one, and I was always the rambunctious one.
I see.
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason really. I'm just curious. It's rare to see people get along as well as you two do.
Look at her face. She knows.
Yeah, I guess it is. My connection with Allison feels much stronger than my connection with anyone else, and I don't really know why.
How did you two become friends? I mean, I know you said you've known her your whole life, but I'm curious.
Oh man, I don't even remember when I first met her. I was definitely like 2 or 3. I think the big thing that connected us was that she was the first person to be really supportive about my transition.
Your transition.
I didn't always look like this, or have this name, or be a girl.
I'm so glad that her parents didn't call her Saturday. I was just thinking this was like an Addams Family reference this entire time. Like, I don't.
No, this is the most, chosen name for, non-binary LGBT people of all time.
Interesting. Saturday.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
Oh.
awesome.
You mean it like that? I see. Sorry, I didn't know.
Hey, that's a good thing. Means it's going well. But yeah, it's not that the other people I first told were unsupportive per se, but more so like... They didn't really get it. And they just kind of waited to get used to it, I think. Like nowadays, my family refers to me as I am now without any problems. But it took a few years to get to that point. It didn't help that my dad was always busy with work, so he picked it up slower than anyone else. One of the things I remember really clearly was a day in, I think, 2016? Allison came running into my room and scared the shit out of me, because I didn't even know why she was at my place. But she seemed really upset, so I asked her what happened. And she told me that she accidentally used my old name today instead of Saturday. It's the first time she'd made that mistake in years, and she felt insanely bad about it. It was the sweetest thing I'd ever seen.
Aw, that's a sign of someone who really cares about you, you know?
Yeah, I know that no matter what happens, Allison will stick with me. And then I took that for granted and acted out when I was upset about my missing sister. Great going, me. We both fell silent after that, watching the waves as the sun moved closer to the mountains overhead.
We should get back to our hotel room now. Be careful not to wake up Allison, okay?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the chat.
We stood up and began walking back to the hotel room where Allison was sleeping. Yes, we get more story.
Saturday and Allison have a
Immediately.
late night chat. Duel, the fear of two. Why is that a semicolon?
I think they spelled dual wrong.
Unless
Because
this is a
semicolons are the
duel.
funniest punctuation marks.
Yeah, but I thought it would be more of like a colon. I think DUAL is the fight. DUEL is two, I think. I don't know. I always get those confused.
No, I'm sorry, friends. You've lost the coin flip. Hmm.
Damn. I hate this thing my body does where it wakes up and refuses to sleep again until it gets what it wants. I really should just use the bathroom, but I don't want to wake Allison up.
I rolled over in the small bed a couple times in a pointless effort to just let myself sleep again, but unsurprisingly, it was to no avail.
Fine. I guess I'll have to be insanely quiet.
It's always the worst.
I slowly got out of the single-person bed and began to tiptoe slowly across the hotel room.
As someone with insomnia, sleeping with other people is awful. I hate when with my family in a hotel room and I just can't go to sleep. So I just toss and turn all night. I can't even like pace around the room because it'll wake everyone up. It's the worst.
Yeah, I have a similar issue, but for me, it's narcolepsy. I toss and turn a lot, and I have to set alarms in the middle of the night to take medicine. So, not a vibe. That, however, also seemed to be to no avail, as I stepped on a crack in the floor that caused it to creak extremely loudly.
Yeah, goddammit.
What is it? You
In a
didn't watch
panic,
that.
I looked over at the...
Nothing.
What's up?
Adventure Time.
Yeah, I probably would not get it.
Yeah.
In a panic, I looked over at the bed that sat beside mine. To my surprise, however, it was also empty.
Is she not in bed? Where did Allie go?
I looked around a bit and noticed that the door to the balcony was slightly ajar.
I guess she's getting some fresh air.
Curiously, I walked over and opened the door to the balcony. Sure enough, there she was, sitting on one of the two chairs facing the fence that separated the wooden platform from the pavement below.
Allie, that you?
Allison jumped a little bit. Fair enough, I guess, as I assumed she wasn't expecting me to be up. She turned around.
Ah, it's just you, Saturday. Gave me a bit of a spook there.
Yeah, sorry. But what are you doing awake? It's nearly 3 in the morning.
Allison fidgeted a bit before answering.
Oh, me? Not much. Just getting some fresh air and yeah.
It didn't really take a genius to figure out what she was doing up.
This is what Saturday's not dense about.
Well, she's an empath, you know.
Uh-huh.
Ah, You're having trouble sleeping, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Been trying all night to little success. You too, then?
Well, kinda. Mostly because I just had to get up to pee. You know how it is. Allison chuckled, as if the answer she was expecting was anything but that.
Yeah, I get that.
Mind if I sit out here too? There are 2 chairs after all.
Yeah, that's absolutely okay. Go ahead.
I sat down, and both of us looked out at the sports complex across the road. We sat in silence for a while. I looked up into the night sky. Without clouds, it was very easy to spot the countless stars and the shapes they made up.
Do you think this is the right thing to be doing?
Allison looked over at me questioningly.
What do you mean?
I mean, pushing onward to try and solve this problem myself. Traveling to the mainland to look for my sister. I keep telling myself that I'm not doing this for the sake of having something to do or an adventure to go on. But I think deep down, I'm scared that that is the case. That I'm dragging you and Ari along with me on a wild goose chase out of some need to feel like I'm doing something important.
Really? What makes you think that?
Well, for one, I feel like the Geology Museum incident should be weighing down on my mind, you know? Not only did I nearly die, but one of my best friends and her sister almost nearly died. I feel like I should be a bit more messed up from that than I am. But it all feels unreal, I guess. And I don't mean unreal in like a this is so insane way, but more like it literally doesn't feel like it happened, even though it did.
Allison let out a light-hearted laugh.
I think I was more worried by the whole thing than you even were.
I don't doubt it. I'm sorry, by the way.
Huh? What are you apologizing for?
The way I was acting, I guess. I said some pretty awful things to you before I rushed into the burning museum. But it's not only that. The whole day I was acting out of line, ignoring you when you just wanted to help.
I won't lie. When you said that stuff to me before rushing in, it did do a bit of a number on me. It hurts to think about the idea that I'm just holding you back. I've struggled a lot with that my whole life and all of my relationships. Families, friends, or whatever the case is. The last thing I want is to be someone of a burden. But I don't hold it against you. I understand why you acted that way. The whole day was a blur of dealing with the idea of Suki having gone missing.
Yeah, but I guess that's the thing. I'm scared, in a sense, that I wasn't acting that way out of my worry for Suki, but instead just trying to play some kind of protagonist. Whatever the case is, it's not an excuse to be awful to my best friend, though. That much is for certain.
Yeah, I get that. It does mean a lot that you apologized, as much as I don't hold it against you. It did still hurt.
Yeah, sorry.
We sat in silence again for a little while. The streetlights 3 stories down flickered on and off every once in a while. At some point, I started to count the flickers to pass the time. 5 flickers in, however, Allison spoke up again.
For what it's worth, I don't think you're dragging me along.
Huh?
I'm not here out of a need to help you as much as I am here out of my own want to help you. I don't really feel like you forced me into this, I guess. It's more so like I'm here because I want to support you through whatever happens next.
You're too kind to me.
You deserve it.
I don't know if I do.
I'm telling you that you do.
What if you're wrong?
I'm not.
Why are you so confident?
Because I've known you for as long as I have. And I know who you are, Seth. Not just the way you act, or why you act that way, but the person you are, deep inside. I know who Saturday Tasagare is.
Sometimes, I wonder if I even know who Saturday Tatsugare is.
If you ever forget, I'll be right here to remind you. Because whether you're doing this out of your worry for your sister, or your need to be important, if you ever lose your way, I'm right there to pick you back up again.
Allison, I... Another long silence. 4 more light flickers. Countless stars above. Thank you. Allison laughed.
It took you that long to think to say that? I bet you are some kind of protagonist. I bet you were counting the streetlights flickered and monologuing to yourself.
I gave her a joking glare. Hey, shut up. I was just,
I'm just teasing. Look,
I looked over. Allison was smiling. The first genuine smile I'd seen from her since before Suki had gone missing. She stuck her hand out to me.
let's promise. If you ever start to falter or veer off the path you want to stay true to, tell me, and we'll steer back on course together, okay?
Allie, are you sure? It could be dangerous. And I still don't know for sure why I'm doing this. I don't want you getting hurt.
And I don't want you getting hurt, unless I'm there to share your pain, okay? Let me be a burden.
It was the most true I'd ever seen her, even more so than that night in the hospital. I felt something from Allison that I'd never felt before. Feelings of hers that I didn't know existed, and feelings inside myself that I didn't know existed. I smiled, and I shook her hand. Then it settled.
Thanks, Saturday. I feel better now. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. You should too. We have a big day tomorrow.
What are you, some kind of method actor?
Yeah. Night-night, Allie.
Allison stood up and proceeded to stand still in the balcony doorway for a few seconds. I looked up at her.
What is it?
Cat got your... With speed I didn't know she was capable of, Allison moved her face down to mine and gave me a kiss on my cheek. Then she ran into room and practically jumped into bed. I sat there for a few moments, frozen, unsure of what just happened.
Hey, wait, Allie.
But I didn't get a response.
Is she asleep already?
I sighed. Looked like it would be a little while longer before I got any answers on what that was all about. I stood up from the chair and walked back to my own bed. I lied down. Okay, see, now we've used lied in the past tense, but we used lie in the past tense before. I'm gonna crash out. What is happening? Minutes passed. I stared at the ceiling. Hours passed.
God damn it, now I really can't sleep.
I love these two dorks.
They're great. Okay, that's a lot of songs.
Yeah, I think we can break them up. Like, it's 2 now, 3 later, 3 now, 2 later.
Tempo Pakala. We're not getting a lot of mystery this episode, but we are getting a lot of character development. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah. There's a little bit, but not too much. There was the whole headache thing.
You already said that was a concussion. Yeah, but that was like a fake...
Well, it was.
Yeah, that's not really a mystery if we already know the cause of it. Unless you're just lying to me. Oh, darn it.
Look, I'm just saying all interpretations are valid until they're proven invalid.
I hate you sometimes. You're the worst.
Well, if the game's afoot, I can't give up the game. It's so nice knowing the entire story and seeing when there's foreshadowing and stuff, and being like, ooh.
Yep. I'm almost considering doing like a playthrough like this for Umi Neko. I know you're like in the middle of chapter 2, but I just want to see like your thoughts and stuff of what happens later because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And
there was
news
one
record?
thing early. Yeah, that's somewhat interesting. I wouldn't mind doing that too. Yeah, there was one thing earlier in this chapter that I specifically didn't point out because I wasn't sure if I could point it out without giving it away. But it's not the kind of thing that you would likely notice.
Good call then.
Yeah. I'm going to pay attention to if you do notice any discrepancies.
Discrepancies? Like this? This one?
Yes. Exactly like this one. You got that notebook out, I hope.
I do. It's right in my lap.
Oh, I like this song. This is the most, like, anime opening song.
You're right, this sounds very generic. It sounds like so many anime openings I've heard, but I can't place which one because it just sounds like a lot of them.
Yeah. As someone who knows nothing about My Hero Academia, this definitely belongs at the beginning of My Hero Academia.
I think I watched the first 2.5 seasons of that show, and then it went on hiatus, and I just never picked it back up again. I didn't hate it, but it was just kind of slow, and I didn't really want to have any.
That's one of those ones that you have to read the manga because the manga fixes like all the problems with the show.
I don't know if that's true. That is definitely true for One Piece.
Yeah. The only source I have is Mr. Alpharad saying that the manga fixes most of the problem. So. That's a good one.
Revelation.
I recognize the jacket art, so I probably recognize the song, but yeah. It's not one I know super well, but...
Oh wait, I had my fingers on the wrong keys. Okay. That's why I was doing worse than normal. That makes sense. Darn it.
Not too shabby. You had a good combo there. Yeah, there's some really good songs in this chapter.
Yeah, I'm liking these ones. This one reminds me of something, but I can't place my finger on it either.
Yeah. It's like some kind of RPG battle music, but...
I keep wanting to say like Your Lie in April or something, but I don't think that's it at all.
Is that a Ghibli movie? It's
No,
not, right?
it's a TV show.
Okay.
It's a anime TV show thing. I watched
Is it like an
it,
anime movie, or is it like multiple episodes?
multiple episodes, TV show.
Okay.
The Silent Voice is a movie, but it's not Ghibli. That might be the one you're getting it confused with.
Because I always, whenever I think of anime that isn't like a series, I always think of Your Name, because that's...
Yep.
I don't watch a lot of anime, but I've seen that, and that's really good.
Yeah, that was... I think it's the same people with Silent Voice. I think it's the same person. Not entirely sure. Farewell to Siznagia.
The worse you pronounce that, the better. Also, this isn't 8? That's crazy. Syzygia.
No, that was not part of the plan. To miss every single column of a...
Nope.
Okay.
I hate it when there's hold notes and then something else. It annoys me. Yeah, the hold notes in this game are very generous compared to most rhythm games. It doesn't really matter when you release them. In most rhythm games, if you don't release with like perfect timing, you get it wrong.
Holy cow.
You're not doing too shabby. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I hate. Where you've got like 2 hold notes and a bunch of other notes.
Yeah, I'm
Always-
fine with when a whole note and a bumper, but if it's a bunch of other notes, I'm not that okay with it. For some reason, a whole note and a bumper right next to each other is easy for me to figure out, but when it's a bunch of other notes like that, yeah.
Not too shabby.
One more.
I think Pyromania is a little bit harder than that.
It's over, right? Oh, it's not over, is it? Okay, it is. Okay, good.
No, it is. They psych you out. There's a couple songs where you think they're over and they're just... What song is this?
Chrono Explorers.
I think this is a good one. I'm probably gonna mute and go to the restroom for this one, but I'll stick around if it's good.
Alright.
That's another 8. Oh yeah, I do know this one. This one's good. But I must go regardless.
I'm kind of just pressing all the buttons at the same time at this point, and just kind of...
That is a valid approach from time to time. There are some songs where I couldn't beat them without implementing strategic mashing, which is just look and see if there's a note that isn't coming up. Like if the bar on the far left doesn't have any notes coming up, mash every other note. We break 800,000? Yes, we can.
Yes.
That's a C.
I didn't even notice the letter grades, oh boy.
Yeah. So like for chapter 1, you have to get a certain amount of a certain type of grade in order to unlock the locks, but we turn that off because
Good.
it's cringe and we're playing story mode.
Saturday and her friends, plural, visit the Okawachi Shrine.
That must mean Kotomi's back.
No, doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
trying
right.
to figure out if Chio is here. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Shrine, episode 14.
What is this, some kind of shrine report XYZ?
You're the worst.
The next day, Allison, Ari, and I toured around the port town of Minamiyasumi for a little while before the designated time to meet up with Chio for dinner. Ari was awake before us and left early. She spent most of the day touring a nearby island that seems to be famous for its large population of cats. I never would have taken her for a cat person, but you really do never know. Well, I know. I know now anyway, because of the unbelievable amount of messages I kept getting from her. About the cats. With no images, because her reception wasn't good enough for that. So I had to just imagine the cats in my mind. Allison and I woke up around the same time, which was late into the morning, close to noon. Which makes sense, given that both of us got minimal sleep last night. We didn't really say much to each other as we left the hotel. Neither of us really knew what to say. I spent most of the day thinking about the irony of that. Our whole conversation had been about getting closer to each other, yet we spent the entire day avoiding each other. Not that I can really blame either of us. Regardless, the time eventually came for us to meet up with Chio. About an hour earlier, I'd received a request from her to go to a ramen place close to the hotel we were staying at. I forwarded that to the group chat I had with Ari and Allison, and now I stood in front of the restaurant, evidently the first one to arrive, despite the fact that it was already 5 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet up. There's that sign again.
Late asses. And I'm the disorganized one.
Suddenly, I spotted a familiar silhouette in the distance. Ari ran up to me at full speed, which I didn't even know she was capable of.
Ah, shit, dude, what's your problem? Give me a damn jump scare. Jeez.
Sorry I'm late. The ferry back to the island got delayed by 10 minutes and there was nothing I could do about it.
Nah, it's all good. I take it from your, messages that you had a good time.
I glanced at my phone, which was opened on a message screen that contained a non-stop barrage of key smashes and :3s. Which was, again, not something I expected to see from Ari in a million years. Ari launched into a tirade about every cat she saw on the island, and I leaned against the side wall of the restaurant building. About 3 minutes later, both Allison and Chio arrived at the same time.
I ran into her on my way over here. She also seemed to be running a bit behind schedule, so we just ran here together.
Am I the only one who was here on time? At least Ari has an excuse.
Hey, I have an excuse.
Are you going to, say what that is, or...
No.
Okay, whatever. We're all here now, and I'm so hungry I could eat a house. So let's just go inside.
Eat a house.
The restaurant was surprisingly small on the inside, resulting in it taking us a little while to find a seat. We eventually sat down at a booth facing the door we came in through. Allison took her seat first, and I went to sit beside her. For some reason, she fidgeted upon realizing this, but settled down quickly. For some reason. The waitress came over to take our order, and we ordered our food.
Thank you very much. It'll be ready in about 10 to 15 minutes.
The waitress walked away, and we sat and waited for a little while. Chio started talking to break the silence.
So, Saturday! Tell me what has been going on. It feels like it's been years since I saw you.
That's because it has been years, Chio. The last time you saw me, I was in middle school.
What? No, it's been sooner than that, surely. I thought it was like your graduation party?
Maybe. I have a historically horrendous memory, but it's really not been much. Since finishing high school, I've just kind of been unemployed, sitting at home on Tanagashima with Suki.
For 2 years? You've been unemployed for 2 whole years?
Hey man, lay off. Work is hard, motivation is hard. I like doing my own thing.
Jeez. I feel bad for Suki. Having to work to keep both of you afloat? You better make it up to her when you find her.
I guess I never thought of it like that. Yeah, I will. Since the topic of discussion had obviously been shifted to something more serious, Chio leaned inward to speak in a hushed tone.
Can you explain to me everything that you know? We don't have time. We didn't have time on the ferry. I might be able to help you look for her. Your family means a lot to me, you know?
Right, yeah, I can recap a bit.
And so I did. I spent the time until our food arrived telling Chio everything that had happened up until that point. On the busy day on Tanegashima, to arriving on the mainland I did, of course, omit the interaction Allison and I had last night. She didn't need to know about that.
I see. I'm very sorry to hear about all that, but I'm very glad that you got out of the museum in one piece.
Yeah, I am too. Allison was freaking out though.
Rightfully so, I'd like to think.
Ah, true. I appreciate it nonetheless. Allison looked away from me shyly. Just then, the waitress walked back to our booth with 4 bowls and set them on the table.
Here you go. 2 Takatsuko broths with ramen eggs, 1 miso ramen, and a bowl of plain rice.
Did you seriously get a bowl of plain rice, Eri? And nothing else?
I looked over at Eri, who was already going to town on her bowl of plain rice.
Shut up.
Chio took a glance at Allison's dish, then mine. She looked at me inquisitively.
Are you guys, like... No, we're not!
Huh? Are we what? Hey, Allison, don't spit your food all over your food. That's unsanitary, even for me.
I took a napkin and started wiping up the area around Allison's bowl. She looked away abashedly, blushing harder than I'd seen her in a very long time.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I just thought I'd ask.
I don't follow, but okay.
She may be stupid. Time passed as we ate our food, exchanging small talk about the various things we've been up to in our lives. The first time in a while that I felt a strong sense of togethership, probably since Suki went missing. It was the first time in at least a week that I felt like things might actually be okay, so long as we stuck with each other. Eventually, we paid for our meal and left the restaurant. Once we got outside, Chio poked my shoulder. She turned to face me.
Let's get serious for a second. What are you planning to do next for your search for Suki?
We're gonna investigate that shrine that was pointed to in the coordinates we got from the shrine report video. If she went there at the time specified, then there might be something there that would clue us in to where she might have gone after that.
Like, when are you going?
I looked at my watch. The time read 6:05 p.m.
Tonight, at the same time specified in the video, 12:12 a.m. I don't know why, but I just have this gut feeling that matching the time would help provide some kind of insight. Maybe something only happens there at that time.
You could still investigate it beforehand, as well as 12:12, just to see if anything changes to make sure it's not just what the important. Okay, I give up. Do you need a ride to
Well
the
said.
shrine? If it's where you described, it's a bit of a drive out. You be willing? We haven't actually figured out a ride there yet. Yeah, my rental car is here, since I had to park it while boarding the ferry to Tanegashima as a foot passenger.
Wait, rental car?
I mean, yeah, I live in Tokyo. No way I was gonna drive all the way out here. I took a trip over various bus lines.
She lives in Tokyo? Did she always? I swear she lived near us a while back.
Didn't we just say that she lived in Tokyo? Okay, I'm losing my mind. I thought she said
Mm-hmm.
she came from Tokyo on the boat ride. Why is this surprising? Okay, Saturday. I can...
Look, she hit her head really hard when she fell in the ferry.
Regardless, that would be great. Should we meet up around 10 or 11 then?
Yeah, I've got some stuff to take care of, so 10:30 would probably be best. It gives us plenty of time to get out there.
I guess you can just meet us by our hotel.
Where is that exactly? You never told me.
I pointed down the road, since the hotel was within view where the restaurant we ate at. Chio nodded.
Works for me. I'll see you then.
That last sentence I had to read almost gave me a stroke. He walked off, leaving the three of us standing there. Eri poking my shoulder broke me out of my daze.
Seemed people had a thing for poking my shoulders today. Yeah, what? Oh, just you, Ari. What's up?
Allison told me she wanted to check out the night market with me, so we're just gonna go do that. You wanna join us?
Nah, I'll head back to the hotel and just chill. Let me know when you're on your way back, okay?
Will do.
Eri and Allison walked off in the opposite direction toward the night market. I decided to take a short stroll before returning to the hotel room to wait. As I walked by the ocean, I thought about Chio. It was probably just due to the fact I hadn't seen her in literal years, but something about about the things she said felt off to me.
Like she said she was in Tokyo and you... What? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is she gonna say, why is she from Tokyo or something like that? Like, I could have sworn she wasn't from Tokyo. When she's... Okay. Saturday, I love you, but come on.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Let's just see what she has to...
Think. Not like she's hiding something, but more so like she and I have different recollections of things.
Yeah, yeah.
When I think about how I know her, my memories pull up the fact of her being an old family friend. Yet, something about that also doesn't feel fully right. Like it's not the main reason I knew her when I was younger. And I don't have any memories of her ever living in Tokyo, but something about that just feels right?
She mentioned she lived there yesterday, right? Am I wrong? Oh my gosh.
Like, I've always known it. It's not that the memories I have of her being an old family friend from Tanegashima feel false, per se. It's more like I have two sets of things I know, and remember that both feel like the correct one, despite the fact that some stuff about them cancels out the other.
Wait. What? She thinks
She's
she
saying
knows
that
she thinks she knows Chio from Tanegashima. But didn't
yeah,
Allison
as an
and
old family friend.
Saturday move to Tanegashima? There was a whole
Yep.
flashback in episode 1. Like
Yeah, I
that.
believe that was for it was either high school or middle school. I don't remember which.
So did they grow up in Tanegashima, go to the mainland for middle school, and then come back to Tanegashima? Or were they grew up on the mainland and then moved to Tanegashima after high school?
Maybe they I don't know, it's very confusing.
Hmm. Because my
I mean, I
understanding
guess
was that they always lived on the mainland, and then a couple of years ago, they both moved to Tanegashima together. And that mainland is where they met Chio. And I don't understand why it's so confusing that she and Chio would be from Tokyo, because that's where they all went to school, in the mainland, Tokyo, mainland, Tanegashima, whatever. And not Tanegashima. And then a couple of years ago, they moved to Tanegashima. So obviously, Chio wouldn't be there
right,
because she was from the mainland friend. But
right, but she's not saying that's wrong. She just feels like there's two different correct answers.
Okay. You're giving me a headache, Saturday.
Look, she hit her head really hard on the ferry.
There's only so long she can use that excuse.
She can only use it once or twice, but me, on the other hand, I thought about this for a while, but I found it was only driving us kind of crazy, so I decided to stop. For all of us. I spotted a lone tortoiseshell cat loafing on the stairway down to the beach and decided to take a breather, so I went and sat with it. I guess I can't really blame Ari for being a cat person. I love these little doofuses. Time passed. I walked back to the hotel room, and then more time passed. No way. I thought about Allison and our interaction last night. I don't think I'd ever really thought of Allison in a romantic light. If that was even what she meant by kissing me. I'm sorry. If that was even what she meant by kissing me on the cheek.
Holy cow!
This game is great. This game is great. I had been very open about my sexuality for a long time, but despite that, I never really acted on it much. More so, it just meant I liked a lot of anime characters and would joke about that. I thought for a while, and then I caught myself... Man.
Holy cow.
This is too precious for this world. I sure hope nothing horrible happens.
This game script, I can't even tell if this is intentional or not at this point. This one scene, holy... Okay.
I guess I really have changed, at least a bit. You'd never have caught me being even remotely this introspective like 2 weeks ago. When we lose people in our lives, be it that they die or even just go missing, I've heard things feel like a blur, that your emotions feel like none of it is real. On that day at Tanegashima that ended with the Geology Museum incident, I think I'd been expecting for my emotions to feel a bit more numbed. Not that it really excuses me acting out the whole day, but I don't think I was expecting to, well, I guess just feel as much as I did. Feelings of worry that I anticipated, but I felt so many other things that I didn't really know what to make of anything. I guess the best way to put it would be that things felt the opposite of the way I anticipated them to. I expected nothing to feel real, but everything feels like it's been the first real thing that's happened in a long time. That the feelings I've had are the most real feelings that I've had in a long time. This situation is awful, and because I'm feeling that worry and anxiety to such a degree, in a strange way, it makes the hope and love I feel even stronger as a result. I wish we as people didn't have to experience tragedy so that we could feel that way. I wonder if I'll ever find a way to feel deeply in tune with myself that doesn't require me to lose something I care about first. I think I will. It might not be a bad thing to try to accomplish before my time is up. More time passed. I decided to play some video games on my Nintendo Switch. Eventually, my waiting game was over, and Allison and Ari walked in the door. I love legally distinct things in this game.
About damn time. You really know how to keep a girl waiting.
Relax. We spent a lot of time looking around the market. It's not every day you get to visit night markets.
We literally have one back on Tanegashima.
Saturday, I am, unfortunately, a cop. It's not every day I get to visit a night market.
Fair enough, I guess. What time is it?
Allison looked at the top of her phone screen.
It's about 9:35. So we've got about 55 minutes before Shio arrives.
You guys want to play something? I can literally load up Slash right now.
Oh, you don't know what you're unleashing. I haul ass at Slash Bros.
I think that's the first time I've heard you swear, Ari. It's about goddamn Super Slash Bros. The best plus.
I take slashing very seriously.
I'm pretty sure that's the exact kind of stuff the people you're supposed to catch say.
Harry left, and I put the kickstand on my console up. We passed the time laughing and chatting while playing video games for the next hour.
Oh, hey, Gio just texted me. She's out front.
Oh, got it. Let's go.
We walked down the stairwell and out to the front of the hotel, where Chia was waiting in the car she rented. Luckily, it had enough room to fit 4 people with relative ease. Eri sat down in the back first, and Allison quickly rushed in next to her, which left me in the front seat next to Chio. The ride out was relatively uneventful, with the occasional conversation. It was about a 40-minute drive with the route that Chio took, passing by the Asumi Large Park. Eventually, we arrived. The stairs up to the shrine were steep, but guardrails helped us not lose our footing. The walk felt like an eternity, if only due to how nervous I very clearly was. Chio noticed and helped me walk up, which helped a lot. And finally, there we were. The Okawachi Shrine, the location specified in the Shrine Report video. It was much smaller than I anticipated. The actual shrine itself barely seemed able to fit even 10 people. Behind it was a maintenance shack that was locked and empty.
Seems like an enshrined deity at Atsuhime, the first wife of the Emperor Jimmu.
We spent a while investigating the area. After a while, I spotted something out of the corner of my eye. When I realized what it was, I froze.
Hey, Eri?
She turned to look at me inquisitively.
What's up? You find something?
Yeah, you could say that. Look over there.
I pointed towards the small wooden object I'd spotted in my peripheral vision. Eri turned to look. Her face also went pale.
That's...
It was a toy rocking horse, small in size, made of wood, with no decor or any kind of paint.
Second Shrine.png. It's the horse from that image, isn't it?
Hold on. Let me check. What's going on? You guys find something?
Gio and Allison jogged over to where we were. I explained to them the image file that Eri had found, since neither of them knew about it yet.
It's the very same. Look, you can compare them.
I did as she instructed, and sure enough, it was the rocking horse that was taken in the picture.
So, this is where that picture was taken, huh? I guess the time step has passed. It's not the 26th of July anymore, but the horse is still here, in the same position.
Hey, Saturday? Look.
Gio pulled out her phone and showed me the time. 12 a.m.
Time to see if my shot in the dark was correct. It's been over a week since the designated time, and yet I can't shake the feeling that something was meant to happen here tonight at 12:12 a.m.
Why tonight specifically and not every night? It's not the same date that was said on the PNG image, right? Why
Nope.
is she getting
Just the
goosebumps
feeling.
at this specific night?
I think that's why she's so confused, why she has the feeling.
It's
started to rain.
11:15.
Yeah, they tend to not update these unless
Yeah.
we change names. It's very sad.
I've
It
noticed.
started to rain. We walked back over to the part of the shrine protected by the roof. Minutes passed. 1, then 2, then 3, and then 11. That's not how you count. I felt a part of me hoping that nothing would happen, that there was nothing I could do, and the chase would end here. It would, in a lot of ways, make my life easier. Even for all the ways it would also make it harder. But I dismissed the notion from my mind.
I've come this far.
12:12 a.m. The rain fell silent. The crickets stopped chirping. The world stopped moving. And in the silence, I heard it. A single sound. One single click. The world resumed. The rain continued falling. The crickets continued chirping. But I heard it. I looked at the others, as if to ask silently as if they also heard it. Immediately, I could tell from the looks on their faces that I was not alone. We split up to look around. Nothing by the horse. Nothing in the shrine. Nothing on the stairs. Nothing by the car. And then, when I looked behind the shrine, I saw it. Immediately, I saw it. The heavy padlock that had surrounded the maintenance shack handle was no longer there. I signaled to the others. Since the sound, we had all dropped silent, only communicating visually. None of us knew why we were doing it, but we were. The reason for this, I had no idea. Allison, Ari, Gio walked over to where I was standing, and I pointed to the missing padlock. Ari gave me a look as if to say, if there was ever a point of no return, this would be it. And I thought about it. The life I could lead if I turned around and went home. I didn't know what lay beyond this door. They did the... Why is it lie again? I'm not trying to ruin the scene, but I can't.
Yeah, there was a
just
couple things.
can't.
There was a couple things that I pointed out, like her repeating the sentence one after another. Like in the last paragraph, she said something like, "No, we didn't know why we were doing it, but we were, and none of us knew why." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. I misread
okay.
it because it said none of us knew we were doing it.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know why. Which
Okay.
also doesn't make much sense, but whatever.
Um,
Yeah, kind of makes sense. Anyways, lie.
Don't worry, we
beyond
have
the door.
Chio's big hand to protect us if anything happens.
Yeah, it's Saturday's concussion. But I knew in my soul that opening the door to the maintenance shack would change everything. Was I really about to do this? To take this kind of risk? To open that forbidden gate to the truth?
Double slap with her giant hand. My goodness.
I closed my eyes and turned the handle on the door. The inside of the maintenance shack, it turned out, was not a maintenance shack at all, but a large winding spiral staircase that seemed to stretch down forever. We walked down slowly, as if taking time to digest the things we haven't even seen yet. Finally, we arrived at the bottom and were greeted by a large door. Is it open? The others jumped, which made sense considering no one had said anything in a long while.
Nothing to do but to try, I guess.
Sure enough, the door swung open with a loud creak, opening into a large passageway. We started walking down. So, what do you suppose a place like this is doing beneath a normal shrine?
I haven't the foggiest idea, and yet it feels like this makes sense somehow.
I understood what she meant. Despite the oddity in every aspect of this situation, this place had a sense of familiarity to it, even though I was reasonably confident I'd never been here.
Sunrise.
What's that, Allie?
I don't know why, but the Sunrise Foundation comes to mind when I think of a place like this. The Sunrise Foundation? That's just the geology company my sister works at. Why would they have to do with a place like... Kodako works there?
I'm very confused. I think this is supposed to be a Saturday line, but... because I am relatively certain Kotomi doesn't work there.
No, I understand what Allison means. This entire place. It makes me think of that company. I don't know why. You know that company too? Why do you know that company? What?
Who's to say? Seems like everyone knows it except Ari. Although, I guess if we're taking it at face value, Ari knows it too. I'm pretty sure that was a typo, and that it was supposed to be Saturday saying that, but...
Yeah.
We finally reached the end of the long hallway. and we found a large gate in front of us, locked shut by 3 large metal claws.
Something tells me this thing isn't going to budge quite as easily.
I wouldn't be too sure. Look, there's a screen over there.
I looked in Ares' pointing direction and saw an unlit device. It appeared to be some kind of terminal.
Maybe, but the thing's off.
Suddenly, as if the very place we stood had heard my words, light flickered on and the screen of the terminal powered on. Everyone present jumped.
I feel like I would have at least one person stay back to make sure the door didn't lock closed or something. Like
Well, the padlock was gone. So
Yeah,
clearly
but-
no one can put it back on.
Yeah, I'm just concerned.
I think that's very fair.
When she said she heard a loud noise, I thought it was the door shutting and them being locked in. That's why the thought came to mind, but it was just the lights jumping up.
What the hell?
I cautiously approached the device. All that displayed on the screen was a single button labeled Open.
This feels planned. I need to be honest. I felt it this entire time. I can't be the only one who feels it. No, it's not just you. It feels like someone or something is leading us along a trail of crumbs, right? I agree, but
It's not like we can really just turn back now, right?
yeah. I'm with Saturday on this one.
I looked at Allison. Despite everything she'd said to me, I could tell that everything she did still came from a place of worry. She was thinking exactly the same thing I was, and if we turned back now, our lives would eventually end up so much easier. But I could tell from the look in her eyes that she knew just as well as I did that that wasn't an option anymore. I pressed the button on the terminal. Loud whirring sounds filled the hallway, and slowly but surely each metal claw retracted from in front of the gate. Finally, the gate opened. Data parsing incompatible. Boundaries exceeded. Accessing memories. Memory access failed. 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 Memory. Iteration sympathy paused. Accessing Dustbreaker backup information database. Filling location cavities.
What happened?
I knew we should have used Chio's fingerprints.
Definitely. I sat up dazed. Allison and Chio also seemed to have come down with the same affliction.
Something is really off about this place. You three passed out the moment we walked in here. You didn't?
She didn't.
Passed out? How long has it been? Relax, only like 5 minutes. It's 12:37 right now.
Oh, so it is. Look at the top of the screen.
Thank goodness it hasn't been that long, at least. But what is this place?
We looked around us. The area was a large atrium, devoid of much at all. In the center sat some kind of operating chair.
This place is...
Chio walked to the center of the room. She stared at the abandoned chair for a short while, and then spoke.
This is the Sunrise Foundation's 4th laboratory atrium. Oh, God. Sunrise Foundation? But...
Chio turned back to look at us. She had a look of immense panic on her face.
We have to get out of here. Right now.
Get out of here? But we just got here. This is what we came all this way to see.
Chio ran up to me and grabbed me by the shoulders.
No, Saturday. We need to get out of here right now. Trust me.
I shook my hand off her shoulder and lost my temper.
Why? Tell me why. Give me one good reason why we should leave the place I just traveled all the way out here to see when we just got here. You might be scared of whatever this place is, but I'm not. So,
No, Saturday! We need to leave because...
Suddenly, a loud rumbling sound filled the atrium. The ground shook beneath us, and my vision blurred. Out of the corner of my eye, parts of the geometry that made up the atrium began to twitch in a way I'd never seen before. And then, a large piece of the ceiling came loose and fell to the ground, landing just a few feet behind Chio.
This place is caving in! We need to get out of here!
I understood immediately. The four of us ran as fast as we could to the gate we came through, passing through it. As we ran, bits of the large hallway began to come loose and fall as well. And then it happened. A single chunk of metal that came loose directly above where Allison was about to pass by. I knew in an instant that it would land on her.
God damn it, no!
I rushed forward with all my might, at a pace I'd never achieved before, and jumped forward.
Allison!
All the sound cut. The world paused again,
She got another concussion.
and in that silence, I heard it once again. That single click.
I knew they were going to be locked in there.
That might not be the same click.
But she
Ah,
just
who am
said
I
it was
kidding?
the
Of course
same
it is. They literally just said it was the same click.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now to
The
watch me
story
do this
remains
in real
unfinished.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, triangle, red. Okay. Okay. Alright, roger. So there's only one cross. Okay.
True.
Bunch of circle. Okay. Let's see. What can I do with this? There's
These shapes and colors kind of look familiar.
only one pentagon. There's only one cross and there's only one pentagon. Achieve a max combo of over 200 on 3 opening songs in Chapter 2.
Yep, we get to skip that.
Thank goodness. Okay. So, man, exclamation mark, number sign. Okay. So, it's like 10, 0. Oh, wait, no, person is not 10. Okay. Let's see. I thought it was person equals 10, but that's not what it's saying. There are brackets. Okay. There are brackets. Gotcha. So I should do the brackets first, probably, because of math. And there's plus signs, so I guess... So, car times exclamation mark times at sign plus car. Okay, I'm gonna give all of these variables. I don't know if that's what I needed to do, but I'm just gonna do it. Person exclamation mark number sign will be A. Car exclamation dollar sign B. And then parentheses C plus C. And then D, I guess. And E plus F, I guess. That's a new one too. This isn't helping as much as I was hoping it would.
I'm here if you need hints, or if you'd like
Alright.
hints.
G parentheses G A plus, darn it, A plus H. Okay, so there's only A and C are the only ones that repeat. The person exclamation mark number sign and the car exclamation mark at sign. Those are the only two that symbols that repeat. The other ones are all unique. If we're taking them as like one symbol. If I'm trying to combine them all into one symbol. Okay. Let's see.
Well, what's the clock for?
Person equals car. It's a clown car, obviously. Okay, so
I think I had the exact same thought when I first did it.
Hmm. Let's see here. Exclamation mark is at the top, and then at sign, and then a number sign, and then a dollar sign. So I'm leaning towards this being like a greater than less than situation, where like exclamation mark is the smallest number and dollar sign is the greatest number, and it goes in that order. And then there's like 10 numbers between exclamation mark and at sign, 50 numbers between at sign and pound sign, and then uh, 10 numbers between pound sign and dollar sign. That's my current understanding of what's going on here. So if we just say
Who's to say?
because I was trying to like do the people as 10, but then I realized that the people was also 15, and I was just losing my marbles. So it's not giving the people a value. It's telling you how many people there are, and I guess it's telling you how many people there are in the space between the two the two lines here. These
Yeah, so
ones.
how would you apply that to that first little box,
Make
do you think?
it would be 10 times like 0 times 25, which is
Why are
0,
we multiplying?
because
I
these are brackets and this is a plus sign. So I assume it has something to do with math and that these would be all like order of operations type thing. Like how you would with variables are together, they would be the same thing. I don't know. They would be multiplied
okay.
together. That was my thought. Like when I was doing the variables a, I was doing person exclamation mark number sign equals a. Like the product of this thing is a is why I was doing the variable thing at the beginning. And then this would be
Okay.
b, and then these two would be c plus c because they're the same variable. Like how you do in algebra. That was my thought process. So now I was trying to figure out the values, and I was thinking that person would be something to apply to the person, and then this is like a timeline between 1 and, or a number line between 1 and 0 and 35, I guess. So this would be 35, this could be 1, and I was trying to figure it out, and that was where I was leading to. But
So what would the first one be if you did that?
It would be 0 because exclamation mark is 0 unless it's a 1. Then it would be if it was a 1, then it would be 25 times 1. So I guess 25. Person 25. I guess I don't know. That's a good question.
All right. What do you think the next one would be?
The one
This
that
one's got a car.
yeah, the one that we're trying to solve, we don't know what car is because we're trying to figure out what car is with all three of with 5 people. So I don't know what that would be. But it would be something like 1 times 35, I guess. Car. I don't know why
So what
that
would the car?
car would be 5 people, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what it says.
yeah. So it would be 35 times 5 people.
That seems like a really big number.
Yeah, it really does. I don't think I'm on the right track at all.
I think you've
I'm trying
kind
to.
of taken like a back entrance, but I think you're doing all right. I think you're just overcomplicating it a little bit.
I'm trying to figure out what the clock has to do with anything and why there are letters there. I'm trying to figure out
Okay,
if
well,
these are.
what was the first number you got? You wrote it down, right?
Yeah, it was 25. By like the person and then 1, if we're assuming exclamation mark is 1, that'd be 25. 1 times
All
25
right.
person.
So where would 25 fall on a clock?
It would be C, 1 o'clock in the morning, I guess. If we're counting this as
All right.
12. If we're counting this
That
as
could be the
12,
case.
and then you go 1, 2, and then this again, C.
Seems like a good lead so far.
No, I'll write it down. Okay. Then the next one would be 35. So that's D. CD. This doesn't seem right.
Well, you're not taking into account the car.
You're right, I'm not. Darn it.
Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
A car is worth 5 people. So what could that potentially mean if you've got 35 people as your answer?
How do we get 35 people?
Because it's you said 35, right?
I said 35 was exclamation mark times $sign. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I help you out a little bit?
Yeah, please.
It's not multiplication.
Okay.
It's a number line.
Gotcha.
So you got the right answer in that it's 35
Okay.
for $sign to or from exclamation to $sign.
Mm-hmm.
But 35 seems like a really big number. And if you got 35 people and a car is worth 5 people and it's asking you for the car,
So is people 7 then? Would you divide it by? I think I'm still doing math. So is car 35? No, that's $sign. $sign is 35.
you got it. It would be 7
Gotcha.
because a car is 5 people. So 35 divided by 5 is 7.
Okay. And I did realize it was number line, but I thought that the number line would be multiplied with 1 times 35. So I still thought it was a number line, but I was just multiplying it. Okay.
Right. Well, you'll see why that is for this one with the brackets. So
So
what is it telling you to do?
so for this one I would have multiplied the 25 plus 35 car. Okay.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
that's why I kind of steered you the other way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did you write? So you wrote down 7?
Yeah.
Where would that be on the clock?
That would be I'm just gonna make sure that this is a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's got
5,
2
6,
hands.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2,
You started
3,
at 1.
4, 5, 6,
12 is at the top.
10, 11. You're right. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, it is. So 7 would
Yeah.
be R.
CR makes a lot more sense than CD.
Yeah.
All right. I think you're starting to get it.
Okay, so this would be 7 times not multiplication. 7,
No,
1,
that's it.
10. So 70 plus 70 is 140.
Wait, where are you?
This one.
Yeah. So what are the intervals?
7, 1,
Like the
10.
symbols?
7,
Where are you?
1, 10. Right?
Where are you getting 7 or 1 or
The
anything?
car, the exclamation mark, and the at mark for 10.
Right. How many people is that?
70.
No.
Oh, is it addition? Right. 7, 1, 10. So that's 18.
No.
Okay.
So just let's take this one step at a time. What
Okay.
are the 2 symbols? Ignore the car for now. Just for the
Exclamation mark
first
and
half
at sign.
before the plus. Okay, so what? How many people is that?
That's 10.
Okay, so
Oh,
think
or
about how we did the
11.
last one. Think about
11.
how we did the last one.
So that'd be 10.
Yes, but that's a car, not a person.
What do you mean? That's
Remember how we had 35, but it was car, so we had to get a smaller number
so
for the second
cars.
one?
So cars division. I don't.
Division by 5 people. Because we see one car is worth 5 people. So if exclamation mark to at sign is 10 people, how many cars is that?
That'd be 2 cars.
That is correct. And the second half of this is really easy because it is the exact same thing.
CRO.
Sounds right.
Okay.
See, 2 plus 2 is useful.
Jeez. Okay.
So how about the next?
That would be 10. Just 10, right?
Yeah, because it's a person.
S. So person means you take it at face value, and then car means you have to divide whatever you get by 5.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like one of those questions that you find in school where it's like, if it takes this person going this fast, this long to get here, how long does it take this person going this fast? The car gets there 5 times as fast as a person does.
All right. I got B. CROSB. Doesn't feel
How'd you get
right.
B?
So exclamation mark and pound sign. That would be 25.
That'd be 25 people.
And then 5. Divided by 5 is 5.
All right. That sounds right. What about the other half?
And then 10 plus 25 is 35. Divided by 5 is 7. And then 5 plus 7 is 12. So B.
I think you're adding too early.
Okay.
So just ignore the first 5, I think we said it was. Or what
Yeah.
was the first number you got?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, because it's 25 divided by 5. Okay, so what's the second number?
I got 7 for it.
Okay. So at sign to pound sign is how many people?
Is it at sign to pound sign or at sign plus pound sign? Because I was
No, it's
getting.
at sign. It's at sign to pound sign.
Oh, then it would be 15.
All right. And how many
So it
cars
would be
is that?
3.
Okay. And what's those two added up?
8, so it would be S again. Cross.
Interesting. But there's still two more.
Okay. So these symbols are the distance between it, I guess.
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
So then why do they make this one the same distance as that? Okay, never mind. Okay, so it would be 10 divided by 5, which is 2, which is E.
Cross with an E. What's the last one?
Probably D.
Could be crossed. Could be crosses.
Okay, so that's 25 plus 25 again. 25 plus 5 is 30.
So where would 30 fall?
R crosser.
Ding, ding, ding.
Mm.
But this is only the back half of the puzzle.
It is indeed.
That first
Alright.
half looked way easier, though, if you want my personal opinion.
I didn't know what to do with the first half.
Same thing you did in Chapter 1.
Alright.
These symbols look familiar?
Yeah, they do.
Do the
They're...
colors look familiar?
Okay, so... But I don't have anything to add and subtract from them.
You don't have anything to add or subtract?
Themselves, I guess. Oh, right, the sides. Sides again. Okay,
Ding,
so...
ding, ding.
How many... Is this supposed to be a hexagon or a circle? I can't tell.
That's a hexagon.
Hexagon? Okay.
Yeah, there's no circles. Doesn't have any sides.
Okay. So, reds are minus, right? So that's minus 3? Minus 3?
Well, there's more reds than blues, so I would guess
Positive?
that reds are pluses. Also,
Okay.
the plus was red in the other side.
Okay. Okay. So that's 3, 3, 4, 10, 22, 19.
All right. Interesting. 19 is certainly a number. Could be right, could be wrong.
There's
How about the
nothing for
next
me
one?
to never mind, there wasn't anything to input the other one. Okay. 20.
Okay.
19, 20, and then 1.
What about
1.
weird?
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's what, 18?
Could be. 19, 21, 18, you said?
Yes.
What do all those numbers have in common?
They're numbers.
No way.
How many spaces do I have? I have 4 more. So it's not just write all the answers. Okay.
Well, you had 4 numbers.
I did, but I have 7 numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, am I adding those numbers? Is it 10 plus
Well, there
2
didn't
plus
seem to be
1
any.
plus 9? No.
I don't think there was any indication you were adding the numbers.
It was just the fact that you said that I have 4 numbers. So I thought I'd maybe add the 1 plus 9 together to make it 10. For 19.
Well, you don't have a 9, you have a 19. Yeah.
Yeah, and then add it together to make a 10, adding the 1 and the 9 together in a 19. It's
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just think you're overthinking it a little.
nunnery game. 999. Dumb crap.
Yeah. You want a hint on what all those numbers have in common?
Yeah,
They're all less than or equal to 26.
thank you. Okay. D, E, H, I, J, K, P, Q, R,
3 of
S,
those numbers are
T.
really close together.
Star.
This was the puzzle on the left side, and it says L plus R.
Star Crosser? Seems weird.
Valor. Weird. What is this, some kind of Valor Starcrosser thing?
Hmm.
You know what to do at this point.
I do.
Hmm.
I think. Um. Rhine report dot xyz. Just gonna write it down. Port dot xyz slash bracket path bracket slash return dot text. Wait, what? No, 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 no.
You're good.
Okay, okay.
You type up the website?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to close the game for a second because I was confused. That's why I kept pressing escape. But yeah, I figured it out. Slash It says file not found. What did I do wrong?
I did put the link in the chat.
That's what I did wrong. Wait, is it?
What?
No, it's not what I did wrong. Okay.
Did you replace what's in brackets with your word?
Oh. No. I just wrote bracket
Yeah.
path.
I figured.
Okay.
You could have just done that from the beginning. There's no point in the puzzle.
No, because at the beginning it said you have to complete the 3 level 3 songs and level 20 chapter 2 thing. Okay. Cycle 1 iteration empath, iteration sympathy, lock 2. What? Hmm.
That's a lot of cycles.
It is indeed.
Anything here sticking out to you? We've seen a couple of these things already.
Error in cycle 8266. Awaiting lock V passcode. Please enter to the start.
Mm-hmm. Password to lock V to the start. Lock P is, of course, Chapter 1's lock. Lock 2 was mentioned at the end of Chapter 1. There's a couple others there.
That didn't work.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
Did you press enter?
Yeah, I did. It made an error sound.
Maybe you misspelled it.
No, it's still making an error sound.
Weird. It shouldn't be.
What word do you think I'm typing in?
To the start.
Yeah, that's what I'm typing in. Okay.
That's strange. That is the correct answer. Wait, no, it's...
I already typed in Starcross. Oh, wait.
Type in Starcrosser, you backed out.
Oh, okay.
Path Valor. There you go. What is this, some kind of Valor Starcrosser? I love this song.
Oh no, more rhythm shenanigans.
Hey, it's easier than Pyromania. Probably harder to perfect, but easier to pass. I think when I was doing it, I beat this one on my 3rd try.
Well, guess what? I can pass this on my first try. Loser.
Skill issue on my part. Anyways, if my extremely subtle joke hasn't been realized yet, the name of the song.
Yeah, no, I'm...
I love this part. There's probably delay. I'm not gonna jam.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's so good. I don't know if it's my favorite Chapter 2 song, but it's really good. Wouldn't be a Lundy song without sirens in the background.
Boy, that was rough. Jeez.
Adia's not too bad, honestly. Loud. There's a bit of stream delay, hold on. Loud, 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 loud. Nothing but loud noise. Nothing but noise. Was it the falling rubble, or the static that followed me every second I spent trying to find myself? Whatever the noise was, I wanted to go away. Go away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Get me out of here. I need to live. We need to live. I need to live. Ah. I jolted back into consciousness. 3 pairs of eyes looked down at me.
Is she gonna die almost every chapter, and that's when we have to do the game thing?
Well, precedent so far has dictated such.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Boy, okay.
To be fair, it was Allison who was gonna die, and she sacrificed herself.
Yeah, but
I'm
it was
alive.
Save her life. Barely.
That is true.
Luckily, you managed to get Allison out of the way in time. But
It was only just then that I felt immeasurable pain in my lower leg. I looked down to see a large gash in my lower right leg. Ah! I screamed for a while. Eventually the pain dulled a bit, and Ari explained what had happened since I passed out. I'd managed to save Allison, and avoid getting fully crushed myself, but a piece of debris had lodged itself into my right leg, and I'd passed out from shock. Chio had removed the debris shortly before I'd woken up.
with her giant hand, she was supposed to be an expert surgeon.
You'd think it'd be the opposite, but no. She just plucked it right out. I looked toward the door that led to the long hallway. The entrance was entirely caved in with rubble and debris. There was no possible way back to the atrium. I just... Before I was able to get any words out, I started sobbing uncontrollably. Allison rushed over to my side in an instant and hugged me tightly. Ari and Chio sat down on the stairs, and that was how the 4 of us stayed for a while. Minutes passed. Then an hour. Finally, my leg felt well enough to move, even if lightly. Allison propped me up. The 4 of us slowly walked up the spiral staircase without a word. It feels like everything's changed, but nothing's changed. As we walked back towards Chio's car silently, I thought again of that hypothetical timeline in which I didn't open the door to the laboratory basement. I wondered if I regretted the choice I made. I did now, but I wondered if I would in time. Back in Chio's car, Allison sat me down in the back seat and slid in next to me.
While you were out, I applied basic first aid, but it won't be enough to hold. Unfortunately, the only hospital I know of around here doesn't keep the emergency room open from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. for some ungodly reason. So until we can get you to the hospital, we'll just have to rest in my hotel room. I'm not a doctor, but I can assure you that the wound shouldn't cause any significant damage before we can get you to the hospital.
I nodded weakly. It was all I could do. Chio started the car and drove away. As we left the small parking lot, I looked back at the shrine stairway. And that was when I saw it. On the road, by the place we parked, with no indication of having been moved there by anyone. A small wooden rocking horse. That's chapter 2. I mean, for the most part. There's still some basic story.
Is it this one or this one? 15?
No, that's what we just... Yeah, it's 15. We just did 14.2. By the time we arrived back in the hotel room, it was already long past 2 in the morning. Allison helped me up and carried me onto my bed. Chio called the hospital and confirmed that the emergency room would open again in about 2 hours, so we just had to wait and keep an eye on my wound until then. It had stopped hurting badly during the ride back, but the sight of it made me nauseous, so I avoided trying to look at it. So, we sat there, in silence for a while, nobody sure what to say. Finally, Ari broke the silence.
So, while we're here, and before we inevitably get split up while Saturday goes to the hospital, I wanted to ask something.
Everyone looked at her, as if to give her permission to continue without having to open our mouths. Ari continues.
Hold on, just real quick.
Ari hesitated a bit before continuing.
I think I'm fine.
I'm funny, it's fine.
I think I'm fine.
You
That
good?
atrium. Yeah, I'm just making sure the live stream was still up. There was something going on with it. That atrium.
Fair enough.
Chio, you seem to recognize it as something related to Sunrise Foundation, but that's impossible. Can you explain?
Chio sat up a bit, having slouched over during the waiting.
I can, but it's a bit complicated. I was thinking about it on the way back, and if if now isn't a good time, then
Please tell. I want to know.
Chio looked at me worriedly, and then nodded.
okay then. I guess the thing is that my memories feel like they're at a conflict with each other. That shrine should just be a normal shrine, but somehow there was a Sunrise Foundation laboratory underneath it. And I don't know how I know that it's a Sunrise Foundation thing. It's just, but I just do. And I know that it's correct. When we were leaving the basement, all of us were in such a hurry and Saturday was so out of it that I don't think anyone noticed. But I took a moment to look back at the shrine while we were walking away from it, and what I saw only confused me more. What was it?
Chio stopped, as if contemplating whether to open Pandora's box even further. I nodded to her, as if to beg.
Well, when I looked back at the shrine, it was no longer a shrine. It... what? It was an abandoned building, and the logo above the door was withered away. But I knew what it said without needing to see it at all. It was a building belonging to the Sunrise Foundation.
What?
I chalked it up to a lessened sense of thought due to the events that had happened or inspired, and tried not to think about it as we got in the car and left. And on the way down, I saw something else strange. A stairway leading to a shrine. The Akawachi Shrine.
What do you mean a stairway leading to the Okawachi Shrine?
Saturday, please don't stress yourself too much. We're trying to keep your wound from acting up.
I looked over at Allison apologetically.
Sorry, you're right. It's just, I don't understand how that makes sense.
The stage of the environment that we arrived at and the one that we left felt ever so slightly different. The best way to put it is like so.
Gio took out a piece of paper and drew a loose illustration.
Look, when we arrived, the parking lot was at the same altitude as the start of the stairs leading up to the shrine.
Gio took the piece of paper back and flipped it over, drawing a similar scene.
But when we left, it was like this. The stairs we walked down led to an abandoned Sunrise Foundation building, and there was a second set of stairs further down that led to the Okawashi Shrine. Wait, so the layout of the area changed while we were inside the basement? I mean, it appears that way, but but isn't that impossible? Like, I shouldn't have to explain why it just isn't physically possible. No, I know. But the fact is that it did change, right? Or did all of us collectively hallucinate the way it appeared when we got there?
I think the more likely conclusion is that. I think the more likely conclusion would be that Chio saw wrong when we were leaving. After all, tensions were really high and it was extremely dark.
See, you'd think so. And I was inclined to agree, but then we came back to the thing I mentioned earlier about my memories conflicting with each other, because both of these layouts feel right, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like, neither of them felt like I was seeing things. Like, both of those versions are the way the area looked were correct. The Akawachi Shrine being right by the parking lot and the Sunrise Building being in that same place both feel like a true way the area is laid out. Chio, what is the Sunrise Foundation? What is your link to it? I don't know. I think I was an employee there.
You think?
Look, I was never an employee at the Sunrise Foundation. I remember how my life was played out up until now. But also, I swear I have memories of working there, of helping make something important, and working at a lab underneath the shrines. It's another one of those things where both of those options feel like the right one. Not like I can't choose, but they're both right at the same time. And then there was that video. The shrine report. You know about that as well?
Yeah, I saw her watching it when I met up with her at the ferry. It caught me off guard. How did you come to find out about the video anyway?
Wait, so when we were at the restaurant and we told Chio everything, she didn't mention her findings to us?
I don't think she ever had any findings. She got sent a video,
She
and she was
wouldn't
watching
say.
it, and that's when she bumped into Saturday.
I feel like she would mention that at the restaurant when we
guess it
brought up
slipped
the
her mind.
video. It didn't slip her mind. I guess she just assumed that it was kind of common knowledge, and that Saturday told them or something. But it still feels a
That
bit
could also
faulty.
be. That's the thing that feels faulty?
Yes, everything in this game feels faulty so far. An anonymous text message randomly appeared
just
on
wait.
my phone. No sender. And the strangest of all, no time. Well, there was a time, but it was 1/1/1970.
Unix time, huh? The beginning. Unix time 0.
Yeah, the message itself was interesting too. It was a jumbled mess of hexadecimal. Hexadecimal? Yeah, I'll spare you the process. It roughly translated to this. Seek the connection, seek the links, shatter the protocol, and refer onwards. Shrinereport.xyz. It would have been inclined to I would have been inclined to believe it was spam message if not for the Unix 0 thing. So I found the video. I was already on my way back to the mainland after my Tanegashima vacation, so I didn't have time to solve the video before Saturday noticed me on the ferry. And then she told me about the solution over dinner anyway.
Right.
I don't know why I can't shake this feeling that it's related to the Sunrise Foundation. I mean, it feels like a lot more of us are related to the Sunrise Foundation than any of us would have ever thought. And yet, it also feels like none of us truly know what it is.
I looked down at my wound for the first time in a while, as a reminder to myself of what I'd done chasing this mystery. As if to be one final decision of if I really wanted to choose this path. I want to figure all of this out. I want to investigate this. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I turned back now.
Saturday. I agree. I want to look at the Sunrise Foundation and get to the bottom of this conflict with its memories. And that is enough.
That is enough. This will go no further. I'll take this one.
Alright.
Everyone jumped at the sudden shout of an unfamiliar voice. Everyone whipped their gaze to the source of the noise, the balcony. The door was
Suki.
ajar. Standing in it was a figure, tall and slim.
Suki.
Could be. They wore a mask and bodysuit to cover their appearance, but something about them had a crushing familiarity, and in their hand lay a small pistol. If you continue to endanger this world, my world, I have no choice but to end this by force. Chio jumped up as if to shield us. Eri, Allison, and I remained frozen in shock.
Who are you? What are you doing?
The tall figure took one step into the hotel room. Chio backed up a bit in fear. You, the arbiter of the rule, I will not allow this cycle to continue any longer. Chio watched in fear as the tall figure raised their pistol and pointed it directly at Chio's chest.
No, please.
The figure tilted their head to look at me briefly, and in that moment I felt an indescribable sense of sorrow and grief. My vision went blurry. I'm sorry. I shut my eyes in desperation as if to pull myself out of the nightmare I'd found myself in. Then I heard the click, and then the bang. I dropped my guard, and I let her out of my sight. A mistake only a child would make, and yet here I was. Desperately, I clambered out of bed and up to my computer. God damn it! Where are you? Where? And I saw it. That hotel room. The situation unfolding within. The action the World Keeper was about to take. Shit! Is there any way I can interface with the inner layer in enough time? I began to desperately search my files as fast as I could, and eventually found my way back to what I was looking for, the control panel I'd forced my way into. Please go through in time. Come on! Single flash, and a moment captured and frozen. I'd made it just in time. Oh my god, thank goodness! But there was no time to waste. Freezing would only last for so long, which meant it was time to get to work. So, me when I lie. Chapter 2's not finished.
You're the
Hope you didn't have any
worst.
plans tomorrow.
Chief A rank on Pyromania opening. Are you willing to stay up? I know you tend to go to bed
Oh
kind of
yeah,
early.
no, I'm
Okay.
down. We'll probably have to break chapter 3 in half, but
Okay.
I'm good here.
Sweet. Okay.
I think you skipped one.
I did. I think I skipped 2. Yeah, I skipped the middle
Yeah,
and
one
this
in the
one.
middle is the same as always. But
Well, let's start from the beginning. Well, what do I need to do here? Diamond, square, circle, triangle. Yeah, let's just do this one. Left or right then. Okay.
Yeah.
They already told me how to do this and I forgot. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
they did.
5, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Can I give you hint one because you've already figured it out?
Yeah.
Man, those dots feel familiar, don't they? When did it appear? In the story, perhaps? And then it says if you just skip the story, see hint 2 and 3 if you didn't already know what to do. And that means if you've forgotten, because it's been a while.
So it's this
Uh,
same.
yep. Yes, indeed.
Five, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 8 times 4, 3, 5 divided by. Okay.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need a calculator for this one.
Great. Okay. 5, 2, 8 times. Oh wait, hold on a second. It's my uncle's birthday. Thankfully I picked up my phone at this time.
Nice. Good catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 2,
Kind of sucks that doing voices spoils something, but that's quite alright. It adds to the mystique.
divided by 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 6. I got 5. That's. I hate this game.
That comes out to a nice even number. I think you probably did something right.
I hate this game. Okay, 5. Alright. 1, 0.
Ding ding ding.
Wait, where's the. The phone calculator sucks.
True.
Where's the
Turn
square
it
root?
sideways. It makes it slightly better.
It does not work that way, apparently. I just tried that. Apparently, it added a scientific and a whole scientific mode. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
but you only need to click the square root button. It should be middle column second from the left.
Do I? Yeah. 1, 0, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 7, 18.
What'd you say?
18.
That seems like a nice solid number.
Now I have no idea what to do for this one. It's just gibberish to me.
Yeah. Well, maybe throw something on the wall, see if it sticks. What's your gut instinct?
Count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Well,
18 again.
of course, this one was always going to come out to a nice even number, but I mean, might be right.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. So that's 8
Square root of that is 8.
times 8 times what? Uh, 1 times 1. So that's 8 times 1 minus 1. So that's 7.
Is that a 1?
I'm assuming this is 1 times 1. So this would be 8 times 1 minus 1.
Well, every time it's wanted you to multiply something, it's giving you an x.
Yeah, this isn't. Oh, wait, so just. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. So it's 15.
Nice even number. But
Alright.
that bottom one, that one looks scary.
This game sucks. Okay.
True.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 7 divided by 0.5, I guess.
That's what it looks like.
14 plus 4, 18.
That's a lot of 18s.
Yeah.
Interesting. What are the odds you'd get 3 18s?
I hate this game.
Hey. It's important to work out your brain just as much as your body.
This game sucks.
What'd you get?
Error.
You got. Interesting. That's probably right.
Stupid.
How about this one? I definitely couldn't get this one, but I think you've got a decent chance at it. I definitely won't shame you if you can't.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Well, what do we see here?
3, 1, 1, but it's the different sizes of the columns that throw me off. Why are the columns different sizes? Is it Morse code? I think it's Morse code. I don't know Morse code.
You have the internet. I mean, that's the only lead we've got so far. Unless you can think of something else.
Alright, Morse code. This is D.
Here, I'm gonna go to
E.
the restroom while you figure this one out.
Alright, have fun. Alright, error detection. Let's see what this is.
I am back. Any luck?
Error detection.
Well, that certainly sounds like something correct. So how about this? You should know what red and blue means by now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for some dumb reason, red is plus.
Hey, red is plus in a lot of things,
Not in
like
the.
Pokemon natures.
Yeah, that's, I hate Pokemon Natures because of it. It's the worst. Okay, so this is. Oh, wait, is this a 2 or. Is this a 210, 212 or a 5? Crap. I thought it was a 5. It's probably not a 5. Okay. It's.
What, the first thing?
Yeah. Looks like the 5 on a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5,
It could
3,
be.
5. So it's 212 plus 535, 747 minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Oh, great. This is not fun. I don't like this one at all.
What's wrong?
uh, yeah, I don't think I did this right.
Come on, share with the class.
I got
What's the problem?
negative 1,504, 808.
Okay, let me give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
What? So generally, we've used some kind of like code, some kind of cipher. We've tried to do something whenever we've had a bunch of these dots.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not using like multiplication and subtraction and stuff, we probably aren't, or multiplication and division, we're probably not going to use too many big numbers. So, I mean, this would be an absolutely massive number otherwise. So, what else do you think you could do?
I got 212 right here for the red thing. And then this one is like 535, so that was 747. And I did 747 minus 155555 minus 3 plus 3.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like the problem is that those second and third ones are really big. Maybe there's something else you can do with those? I'll give you another hint. Your gut
Mm-hmm.
instinct was correct about that first number.
It was at 5? Okay. So then that's what? 5 plus 535? 540?
That seems way too big. Like I'm saying. Maybe we want to try something a little smaller. What else can we do with those dots? I mean, we know we're adding.
Mm. Let's see here. What else can I do with you? I'm not sure. 3, 2,
Any
3?
ideas?
3, 2, 3? I don't know. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, I have none. I got nothing.
I would recommend just counting the dots.
13?
Maybe that'll give you a more wieldy number.
13?
Yeah, but 13. Do
So
you do
it's
anything else with
18?
that 13?
18?
Seems like it.
18 minus 26?
Yeah. And I will give you a hint, because some people have gotten stuck on this one before.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to use negative numbers.
Well, that doesn't help. Okay, so is the
Uh,
minus sign...
okay, is there anything familiar about the numbers 5 and 18?
Oh, letters again?
Yes,
Ah.
so theoretically, if we were going to go negative, wouldn't we just loop around to 26?
Wait, so it's not E T Z or whatever? ESE? ERZ? I don't know. I don't remember what 18 is. Okay.
Well, you have it written down in your book, your little journal.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think I have it.
I'm pretty sure we used 18 earlier.
Okay, so
So if we're subtracting, what's that number? How many dots are there? 26?
the big grid one is 26. This one's 26.
Yeah, so if we're using A1Z26 and we're subtracting 26, how much is it going to move?
0. E
Sounds right to me.
R R. Is it error again? I hate this.
Well, you have to double check, you know. I mean, we have to know what 18, what is that, minus 3 is?
Yeah, it's O again. 15.
Okay, but what if
Error.
you added 3 again?
I hate you.
Look, a good teacher always has their students double check their work.
You suck. Okay.
This looks like some flash game.
Okay. What are we doing with this thing?
Anything stick out to you?
Add some more letters again. Okay, so 16.
No.
Right. 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So it's P.
I mean, there's plenty of letters or plenty of words that start with P.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. R, I know that one enough. PR. Is it error
You might.
protection or something? 1, 2,
I mean,
3,
I definitely
4.
recommend double checking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so no, it's not error protection because O is 15 and that's no, I was counting the
Well, we
wrong
have.
one. I was counting the wrong one. Okay.
I was gonna say, we know what 15 is. We've used it twice
Yeah.
already.
I was counting the cyan one. So this was
Yeah, I
14.
thought that was what was happening.
Okay. Then it's C. I hate you. It is protection. No, it's not.
A good teacher always has their students double check their work.
Maybe. Procession. Oh. Oh wait, no, wait, no. I was okay. These numbers are too These colors are too similar to each other.
Yeah. Well, some of them get used multiple times, but
None of these colors get used multiple times.
2 of them do. 3 and 9, 4 and 7. Yeah, I think the hardest part about this is just that some colors are so similar to each other.
You suck.
Me, never.
Error detection.
I would assume enter.
Error protection.
Good old error detection, error protection.
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Dust clock, break clock. Veritas pota. The hardest puzzle in the whole game. Good old error detection, error protection. In time, you will come to love it like family.
I dived that.
Yeah. It's a really tricky puzzle. Any headway?
None whatsoever. I was trying to think of Morse code, but that doesn't seem to be it. I was trying to think of maybe that Spanish for left and right, but I don't know what that would accomplish because it already says left and right next to it. I was trying to think of what
Yeah.
Virtus and Porta meant, and my first went to
Well,
Spanish or Latin.
how many characters can you enter into the text box?
There's a text box.
Well, I assume so. Don't you have to enter something in?
I don't see anything to enter in.
Weird. What are you supposed to do here?
Try. Let's see here. I hate you.
Mm-hmm. Now this is the best song of Chapter 2.
Suck.
And this one is harder than Pyromania. Nine plus.
For those watching, I just had to press enter again.
I told you had to enter
only-
something.
That was the only thing to the puzzle. Whatever.
I said you had to enter something. Oh, this song's hard already.
Sounds like Sephiroth. But I think it's just the chorus in the background.
I can kind of hear it. Yeah, this is one of those songs where it's good to mash sometimes.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I really like this part.
I don't like that it's vibrating now.
Look, it knows the song is so good it can't help but groove along. I assure you I'm moving in the exact same way right now. Anyway, to answer your question from earlier, no, it's not always going to be Saturday who dies before a puzzle. This time it was Geo.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, the good is
Hey, you had a
over.
pretty good combo. You had like a 48 going there. And that wasn't even with hold notes. Almost a C. Not too shabby. A click, a bang, and then silence. No impact, no splatter, no death. I opened my eyes, and there she was, Chiyo Sakamura, standing in the same position she was when I closed my eyes. It only took a moment to realize what had happened. They missed? For the first time since they appeared in the room, I could tell that the figure that shot at Chiyo was caught off guard. They stepped backwards in shock, and in the process, their gun dropped. Eri was on it immediately. Rushing over with lightning speed, she slid on the ground and grabbed the gun before the person could even pick it up again or realize what had happened. You will find me again. Regaining their composure, even if only slightly, the figure turned to me again. I felt myself assaulted with this overwhelming sorrow again. And then, darkness. Song unlocked, unraveling stasis. Cleared the third story lock. The lights flickered out.
What the hell happened? A power outage? No, that can't be. The lights across the way are on. Hold on.
Chia ran over to the wall near the entrance to the hotel room and pressed down on the light switch. The lights turned back on again.
Did the light switch somehow get tripped? Never mind that. Chio, look!
All four of us turned to face the balcony, only to be baffled by what we saw, or rather what we didn't see.
That person is gone?
Harry stumbled forward as if in a daze. I was in too much shock to say much myself. Everything felt still for what seemed like eons. Nobody knew what to say. In one night, everything had changed more than any of us could have ever believed. And the silence continued, for minutes on end, and then hours. Chio, Allison, and Ari drove me to the hospital shortly after. Nobody knew what to say. What were we even supposed to say? My mind shut off. It had been used too much. Too much had happened. And so, time passed. A day in the hospital, and then a week. No contact with anyone else. The doctor told me I had to stay in Kagoshima for a while, so that the hospital could continue to monitor my wound even after I was dismissed from the hospital. Ari, Allison, and I ended up finding a place we could rent out for a few months, and eventually, Kotomi came over to join us. Unfortunately, Chio had to return home to Tokyo for her work, but we stayed in contact. Throughout that entire time, I never heard from Suki. Slowly, my spirit returned, and life almost became normal again. But all of us knew what loomed on the horizon. Nothing would change what lay in store for us. Let it go, Leo. The first step, we decided, was to go back to Chio's home in Tokyo. The Sunrise Foundation was a company we at least knew existed, after all, and their headquarters were based in Ikebukuro. It would make the most sense to look into them there. That strange figure tried to shoot Chio, didn't show up again. For a while, all of us lived in perpetual fear of them, but that fear subsided as we took the time to focus on living happily, especially since none of us knew where the road ahead would take us. It only made sense to enjoy taking a break from all of the action. Ari ended up getting fired from her detective position. She didn't seem too bothered by it, though.
I've been wanting to quit for ages now, but it's really not easy. In a way, you grow up idolizing the police detectives who solve murder mysteries, and then you become one and realize you're stuck behind a desk 90% of the time. It sucks.
She ended up getting a part-time position at a grocery store in Minamiyasumi to help keep us afloat while we waited for my wound to heal enough that we would be able to go to Tokyo. When Kotomi joined us, she also took up work at the same store. I've heard from both of them on separate occasions that working with a sister at the same job is a miserable experience. I'd believe it, too. Time passed. Days, and then a week. Then about 2 weeks after I'd been discharged and put under watch for my injury, I heard knocking on my bedroom door in the middle of the night.
Saturday and Allison
Saturday.
discuss their feelings. Resolve.
Okay, but they don't mention Kotomi in this one.
You're the worst. I hate you.
I might be. I was startled awake by a knocking sound. Hey! Huh? I waited a few seconds, and it sounded again. It was coming from the door, obviously.
Oh, who is it? It's like 2 in the morning.
The door opened, and a familiar figure appeared in it. It was the masked gunman!
Allie, what's up? I know I'm up late sometimes, but you're never up past 12 in the morning. What's the occasion?
Allison jumped onto my bed. I jumped, startled.
Hey, jeez, what the hell has gotten into you?
My sentence trailed off as I realized the weird noises I was hearing were. Allison was sobbing into my blanket.
Hey, what's going on? You okay?
Allison lifted her face out of my comforter and looked at me with tears in her eyes.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just having a bit of a moment, I guess.
Hey, come over here. Lie down. Talk to me.
Allison was hesitant, but crawled over and let it go, Leo. Face down on the pillow next to mine.
So, what's going on?
I'm just... Well... I'm just having one of those moments where I'm incredibly scared. I know it's been weeks now, but everything feels so God, I guess it just feels like it's been hitting me incredibly late.
Ah, yeah, I feel you. I'm sort of in the opposite boat, but I understand what you mean.
Opposite boat? How?
Well, during that first week of being hospitalized, I had this constant feeling of doubting myself. Everything hurt so much, and I was crying so much of the time that I had this belief of, like, why am I choosing to put myself down a path that results in this, you know? But I don't regret it. I chose already, and my decision hasn't changed. I want to see this through. I need to see this through. With you, with Eri, and Kotomi, and Chio. I felt the tight grip on my left arm, and looked over to see Allison clinging onto it, tears streaming down her face.
But what if next time things are worse? What if we just keep getting worse and I lose you? I can't I can't do that.
Allie. Ever since the night Allison kissed me, I've been feeling a lot of things. I barely had time to sort out my feelings on the matter. But now that I was spending a lot of time resting, I had more time than ever to introspect, and I think I I think I finally knew. You're never going to lose me. I won't allow it.
But what if something happens that's beyond your control?
It won't. That won't happen. I promise.
But how can you promise? It would be out of your control. You couldn't.
I thought very carefully about the words I was about to say, and every thought told me to be true to myself. Not going to hurt the most important person in the world to me. Allison looked up at me surprised.
Most important?
You remember? That night before the day at Okawachi Shrine, when you kissed me?
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't thinking, and I hope you're not mad at me. I won't happen again,
Allison's sentence was cut off. I put my hand around her head and hugged her tighter than I had ever hugged anyone before. It meant a lot to me, I think. It took me a while to figure out these feelings, because I've never felt anything like this before. But I think these feelings are... Allison, I think that I'm in love with you. Allison fell silent. Then she erupted.
Oh my god. Like actually? Like actually love, like romantic love, right? Like,
Yeah, like that.
holy shit. Wow, yeah, I... Whoa. Like...
Allison calmed down and took a second to breathe.
So, then... Are we...
I don't know. Truth be told, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship of that nature. Not when we have so much on the horizon. After all of this is over, though, I think I would want to be your girlfriend, if you would be okay with that.
Yes, I would! Very much so.
He was too cute. I was going to die from this before I could ever even get back to finding Suki. So, if it's okay, I'd like to remain close friends, temporarily, until all of this is over, until I can face the person I love with the attention they deserve. Okay?
Yeah. I like the sound of that. Gives us something to work towards, you know?
You saying that finding my family isn't something to work towards?
No, not like that. Sorry.
Relax, Allie, I'm just teasing. But I agree. So until then, just besties?
Besties forever.
We both laughed. Everything felt right. If I could feel this happy again someday, I think all of this would be worth it. My resolve finally formed there and then, and I decided once more my fate.
For futures like this, I will put an end to this curse looming over all of us. For everyone that means everything to me in every way. Allison left the room eventually, and I went back to sleep. Hours passed, and then days, and then weeks, and then months. And miles away from where we were, in a forest torn between two memories. Something moved, ever so slightly, brushed by the wind. And the horse began to rock once more. Another cycle past V then. What a shocker. I leaned back. Endless strife had led to this moment. Finally, we could refer onwards. I felt a sensation of life behind me. Funny, given that the only person who knew how to access this parallel space would be... you. A world keeper. I turned around. There she stood, the figure whose purpose was antithetical to mine, the keeper of cycles. You can take off that suit and that mask. You should know better than anyone that it's not worth your time to hide yourself from me. We are equal, after all. Fair enough. The woman unmasked herself, and her hair stretched downward. You know, it's not a great idea to keep your hair all tucked in like that all the time. I hope you're taking good care of it. That's none of your business. I leaned back in my chair. Sheesh, why so serious? Listen up a little. You know why I'm here. To attack me? Surely that can't be it. You already know neither of us can harm the other in this space. Not as long as we are on the same level. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to warn you. Warn me, huh? And what would you be here to warn me of, pray tell? I know you think your little protagonist has some immunity because she's Saturday. But I'm here to tell you that if hurting her is what it takes to keep the world in place, I will not hesitate. Oh, please. Tell me something I didn't know. You make me sick, you know that? Claiming that you're doing all of this for her, yet it feels like you don't really know her at all. That's enough. Yuki slammed her hand down on my nightstand. What do you know? You never knew her. You never knew what she had to go through to get to this point. I leaned forward. My sarcastic attitude was gone. In the light streaming in from the window, Suki could see me clearly. The fact that you say that is the reason I'm doing all of this. Let me get one thing clear. I hate you. I hate what you've done to the legacy of my friend. I have nothing to say to that. Figures. Asshole. Regardless, I'll be on my way. And know this, if for whatever reason we meet face to face outside of this space, I will kill you. And I will put an end to this debacle before you hurt Saturday any more than you already have. Feelings mutual, buddy. And then she was gone, just as soon as she was there. I must persist. I have to. Deep down I knew that everything that happened over that summer week was merely a precursor to what was about to happen that winter. God damn it! I'm in too far now to be doubting the decisions I've made. And so, I sat back. I sat back and waited until the day comes that I will confront the results of everything I've done. I will persist. And that's chapter 2.
Interesting.
Any theories? Questions, comments,
I
concerns?
totally called Suki was the masked lady.
Yeah. I thought I spoiled it because I used the same voice for her as I did in chapter 1.
No, I
Wasn't
didn't
sure.
remember that. I didn't remember that
Phew.
in the slightest.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped after chapter 3 for over a year because there's a time skip. I figured it was a good place to stop while I played Persona 3. But I started playing again. I started over from chapter 1, and then I went on to chapter 3, and chapter 3 is absolutely incredible. I honestly think every chapter just gets better and better. This game is just too good.
Alright. Well, thank you for joining
Alright.
me.
Yeah.
Can't
Thoughts?
wait to
Did you enjoy
continue.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Holy cow. This was
so good.
fantastic. I'm... Man.
Yeah. Chapter 3 is great because we get to the fun part.
Oh boy.
I won't give away any more than that. We also get to maybe the funniest scene in the whole game
Oh,
in the story, and it's at the very beginning.
alright. I'm excited. Character change. What?
You just bought all those characters.
Oh, right. Okay. That's right. Title screens. Okay. Weird. Alright. Alright. I think that'll do it. See you
Alright.
guys later.